What is going on, everybody? Primetime 28, we have EK Trickzzy, the current Xbox champion, up against Simple Beney. So many stat fights ahead of us, can't wait to get into them. Not going to really waste too much time tonight. Obviously a little bit of housekeeping. Want to introduce the co-host of this evening, the law himself, Mr. Tadpole. KM, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. What's going on, everyone? Bit of a spontaneous thing tonight. Sprang on me with 15 minutes notice, but we needed a commentator, so I'm filling in. I'm doing my best, and I'm looking forward to some fights. We've got some belters on, not just on the main card, but the early prelims as well as the prelims. Some big names on there, so I'm excited to see what we've got in store.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's say top to bottom, always going to be stacked fights. At the very kind of bottom end of this card on the early prelims, we're going to be having Stylebender up against somebody that's making his debut. I'm not going to try and say his name. I think it's Kudat. I think that's how. I think that's his gamer tag at least, or his PlayStation tag. We have him down as Croissant or something like that. I believe it's a French name. A couple of guys coming across from the French side of things. It'll be interesting to see how they perform. This guy's got Stylebender as his name though, so you've got to imagine he's a little bit on the hand side of things, right?
Flashy, yeah, man. What are we going with, Si, for this guy? Croissant?
I'm just going to call him Q. We're going to call him Q.
Yeah, Q.
We'll call him Q.
And Stylebender, that's good.
Yeah.
Here we go, Herb Dean getting us kicked off then.
Herb Dean's ready. Got Conor McGregor. Yeah. Gotta love a bit of Conor McGregor, right? The power in his left hand. He's got lovely.
I've been using him a lot recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, yeah. A lot more, even more than Max. Anyway, here we go. Starts off with the teep from Stylebender. Straight back at him.
Nice.
Be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I imagine that this isn't going to go to the ground, but Danny, he's got decent grappling compared to Conor, so we'll see what he wants to do early on in the fight.
Nice. Dover blazing with the subscription. We appreciate you, my man. Starting us off with a bang already.
Both guys looking to feel each other out by the looks of things, both working the body as well. McGregor just sort of playing the range game. Clinch attempt there and gets the takedown from Q.
Yeah,
Straight back up there from McGregor.
Q's doing a good job of getting in his face and pressuring him. Like you say, Danny Gate's got some great power on him. He's pretty durable as well, so he's going to be a bit of a problem for Conor McGregor as the fight goes on. But so far, with Stylebender being as composed as you mentioned a moment ago, I think he's going to have a little bit of a trouble getting this Conor gassed. Yeah,
that's the thing. He's doing well, sort of fighting at his own pace. Conor looking to put the pressure on a little bit more. But the thing with Conor as well, sort of like a hammer and nail terminology. You see, he's good when he's on the attack, but then when you get Conor backed up, it kind of starts to go downhill, depending on if you can't use him properly. But he is not doing too bad, sort of fighting on the back foot against the Conor, but Conor's looking to come forward a bit more, as we see, landing the body kick there.
Yeah. Using the kicks with Conor McGregor is, honestly, it's just really, really essential.
Exactly.
Doesn't always have to be the flashiest kicks either, right, Ted?
No, exactly. Yeah, I like to use that jab side kick. That normally for me, if someone's pressuring, it creates a lot of range, which I'd like to see him throw a little bit more of. But go to the body as well. Conor's body shots are lethal on this game. I've been finishing so many people recently with body shots, especially with Conor. The power that he's got and the speed, it just if you get that stamina advantage with Conor, it's a different ball game for the other guy.
It really is. Big head kick
there. And there we go, straight to the body. That's it. Nice body work. I think Q's got to try and think of something else here. Maybe look at trying to take him down, but the takedown defense has been on point, just as I say that. Yeah,
as you call it, right, Ige decides to go for the double leg. Conor's all over it, brother. But once again, it does seem to be Q trying to lead the majority of the fight, but it's just that Stylebender's a little bit cleaner on the, on the strikes right now, a little bit cleaner on the distance management.
Yeah, he's working. There we go. I love that little technique. Just create a little bit of distance, but he's also working everything. It's not just body and head. He's throwing a few leg kicks in there, so he really is he is mixing it up well. And for Q, it's not a good position to be standing with Conor, especially when you've been rocked and your stamina's starting to dwindle in the first round.
Doing well. I mean, we've seen Q now backing up quite heavily against the cage. He gets that takedown. No time to work, brother.
No time left. Yeah, strange takedown for me. I mean, probably just to kill a few seconds on the clock, but you're not really going to do much at that point. I think Q, he needs to get that takedown early next round because Conor's looking pretty comfortable on the feet. Yeah, no, for sure. Especially with Conor McGregor lifting that lead leg a lot with the the side kicks. It takes away that the chop that you can have on Conor McGregor's legs, because that's one of the kind of more open areas of a lot of Conor McGregor's. They lean heavy on that lead leg, but this guy's all over it. Stylebender getting pretty loose, and I don't know if this is his debut or this may be his second fight. I'll see if I can find out as we're going into this next round, but he's looking really good so far. Yeah, he's looking solid. Just looking comfortable. He's fighting how you should use Conor, sort of on the outside, but then whenever the opportunity presents itself, just throw a cheeky little combo out there, and he's doing it well. But the distance control's lovely for the first fight of the evening.
Really is a little bit more of a technical approach, though, right? Than you normally see in the early prelims. It's nice to see this man's coming out here looking clean. That's a good little output by Q. He doesn't even have a Q, it's O, but either way, right? We're going to call him Q. Just recognize his game.
My bad, OQ, whatever you want to be called. But yeah, I think he's got to maybe try and clinch him, because the takedowns, Stylebender's all over the takedown attempts, so see if you can get a clinch. Oh, that's a good little lunge there, though.
Didn't manage to capitalize on the counter, but lovely sidestep. Got to be confidence building. Maybe not so much. Seems to still want that grappling really heavily, because Conor's marching forward right now, landing perfectly accurate shots on the chin.
And Stylebender, I think he's going to be licking his lips there. A little panic shot there, I think that was from Q. And whenever someone starts panic shooting against you, things are going drastically wrong. And we see there, sits him down against the cage, doesn't get the finish, but the head health is dangerously low, especially against Conor with that power. It's only going to take one shot at this point.
Really is, and he chops to the body with it, not discriminating to the head, to the body. My man, this might be it.
Stunning performance so far, going for the tornado kick.
Do you see the tornado kick into the duck, though? He ducks the hook after it. Just 6 cents, but not that one.
And Q's got him rocked now. Q looking to put the pressure on. I mean, it could be too little too late, but we've all been in these moments where we've thought we were going to win, and, you know, it just takes one shot.
Yeah,
I think he just needs to back off Sai and try and think of a different game plan here, because I don't think what he's doing is working. I think fighting on the back foot against Connor, I think now he's just inviting the pressure.
But he's doing some interesting things, right? I don't know if it's intentional or not, but he's getting right up against that cage line and then doing like moving head movements.
And
it's all good to retreat, like, you know, like as you were calling for, be a little bit more defensive, but I feel like you have to use the circling, use the full kind of breadth of the cage to your advantage. What a body kick.
There's a body rock.
He's
what I was saying, the body shots from Connor are nasty, especially at the end of round 2. Like, still got 5 minutes to play with that body, and when you've got body and head rocks and multiple knockdowns, it's not a good place to be. But he's got the takedown here. Let's see what he can do on the ground.
Really, yeah.
There's
30 seconds. Danny Gay's got a lot of power. He's going to rain them down heavily. Not too bad at all.
Bit of ground and pound there as well. That's good to see. I think, you know, he'll be looking back. He's a little bit disappointed that he probably hasn't got it down a bit earlier than what he has. I think that he's shown already that he's probably better on the ground than Stylebender, but he's definitely putting the pressure on with 5 seconds to go at the end of round 2.
Yeah. It's good work from him at the end. He definitely needs it a little bit earlier, but as we mentioned, you know, a lot of this is due to Stylebender just being all over the takedown defense, picking his shots beautifully, able to sit him down in that round, and honestly, he's going to be feeling really confident even after that takedown, right?
Definitely.
The
distance control, the distance management as well has been stunning. He's just fought at his own range, and he's landing pretty much everything he's throwing. One thing I've noticed as well from QFM McGregor, he's backing up against that cage and throwing that front kick. You know, for me, that's a slip uppercut every single day of the week, and that could be the one that puts him out. But we'll see if Q's got to come up with something for the third and final round.
Yeah, Danny Gay is a good pick to do it with as well. It's a hard pick against the Conor McGregor, but he's got so much power in the hands, and from what I've seen, I've not actually used him a great deal. Unorthodox kicks, but not going to get to use them. Stylebender landing big again.
Conor looking to finish it, just taking his time up against the cage. And, you know, he's 2 rounds up. He doesn't really need to do anything stupid. He can look for a knockout, but if he wants to just get the win, for me, it's just, you know, fighting patiently, because a knockout will come.
Yeah, for sure. These side steps, man, I mean, Conor McGregor just needs to blast a kick, and he's going to go right into them if he times it rightly. I see him trying to get something going. I appreciate he's not giving up. He's definitely giving it all he's got, but right now I just feel like Stylebender's a little bit ahead of the game on him. Eating shots, so the front kick's landing.
He's landing. And I think this is what he needs to do. He's 2 rounds down. It's sort of go for broke now. You've been dropped multiple times in the fight. You've got to try and do something drastic to pull this off. And he is trying, but the front kick, I think he just needs to try maybe a different combo, because it's obviously not landing on the feet. But he gets him down there and
a lot
if
better.
He can work anything.
Yeah, this is a lot better for him. 2 minutes 55, but the fakes of McGregor. Yeah, great work by him. Uppercut lands. Woo!
Body kick. And he going for the tornado kick. And you've got to think, surely there can't be too long left in this fight. He's getting a little bit styly now on him as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's living up to the nickname. I feel like this man could have probably landed some clean hands if he had kept it a little bit more technical, but he's definitely just looking for flashy shots, and sometimes that can be the thing that sends you to the nether realm. But he lands another big body shot, and Ige is so hurt.
Still using the side sets. You know, he needs to be careful with them. A few there we go. Hot body hooks would probably put him away, especially if you the tornado kick just misses. He's still in there though, still going for it.
He keeps going to it, and he's so close on a number of attempts, but I mean, my God, is Q hurt right now. His body health continues to land the front kick. Stylebender just needs a little bit of head movement there, and he can send him to hell with it.
Looking for the pull uppercut, and yeah, I think he's looking for that one shot. He's got a minute left to do it. Same with Ige, you know, and that's it. That could be that. That could be the end of the fight here. Yeah. No, he still survives.
He knocks it. And he gets him! The body shot.
Wow, what a performance.
Yeah.
Was that his debut? Was it, Si?
I think so. I wasn't able to find him on the rankings there, or I wasn't able to find his record. If I missed it, I apologize. Possibly his debut, or if not, his second match. That man came out and looked pretty good tonight, though. Needs a little bit.
He did, yeah. I'd like to, see him maybe fight a little bit better competition now. That was a pretty flawless performance. I know he got rocked, but I mean, he was well up on the stats, and like I was saying earlier, it was like not just directed at one sort of type, one part of the body is in the head or the body. It was everywhere. It was the legs as well. So it was a pretty technical masterclass from McGregor, and I'm looking forward to seeing him fight again.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. He looked really good at the end when he was eating a lot of those shots. I feel like he was just not really being respectful of his opponent and leaving his hands down. Obviously, maybe that's a hole in his game. Maybe just throw front kicks at the man, right? And we'll have to see on his next performance. But great win for him tonight. And like you say, step up for him in competition next time. Start to make a little bit of a name for himself. Interesting to see where that man goes there. PlayStation side, always doing great things. Takes us on to an Xbox bout, though. It's not going to be the AJS Chip UFC v Sambo War fight that you see on your screens. That fight isn't going ahead, unfortunately. Not sure if one of them missed weight or what it might have been, but we're going to be having AJS Rasputin up against BSD JT. I mean, if you don't know by now. I mean, you know him as well, brother. Been around the scene for a long time, right?
Yeah. Ra's what you see is what you get. Like the guy, he comes to fight every single time, and God bless him. He tries, and he's always there. And he's not got an easy fight here, JT. I know JT from the RFC League. He's a really good lad, and he's more of he tries to fight like technical striking sort of approach, and sometimes it goes really well for him. So I'm interested to see, but I've heard Ra's been, he's training with AJ's now. He's part of the camp, so he'll be training with Pug and all them, looking to improve his striking, because I know he's been grappling recently, so I'm excited to see where this is going to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about AJ Rasputin these days, is that man, he's been around the scene for a long time, right? Had a lot of ups and a lot of downs within the promotion. One of the things that he does every single time, though, is come back better and improved. And
exactly,
it's the one thing that you really should be concentrating on, no matter what your skill level is, whether or not you're improving from your past performances. We saw him initially having massive issues with the ground game, then really went into that and has looked to utilize that to a lot of victories in the past season or so, right? But like you say, JT comes out of a respected camp himself. Got hands himself, and is a dangerous opponent for Rara, so he's going to have to be on his A game this evening for sure, especially in the... Is this light heavyweight? Yes, it is.
It is, mate, yeah.
205, mate.
So we've got Rara going with Gustafsson, funny enough, and JT going with Cormier. Gustafsson, you've got to watch the boxing. He's got really good boxing on the game. Good power as well at light heavyweight, obviously. This weight as well, it just takes one shot. I mean, you get a rock after first 10 seconds, and 9 out of 10 fights at this weight, so...
Yeah, for sure. Nice show of respect, as expected, from the true martial artist in Rara and JT on respective. Throwing out a lot of shots to start them out. A couple of missed ones for Cormier. He has to be wary of the, the lack of distance that he's going to have. The range is going to be problematic. Rara already going to the body. There. Yeah, doing great work.
Yeah, and I think for JT, straight away, even though he's got good striking, you can just see the reach advantage here for Gustafsson. So straight away he's going to look to take him down, and he gets him down there. Just take your time here. You don't need to rush it. You've got it where you need to be. Going straight for the crucifix, and he gets it. And this isn't good for Gustafsson. No,
does a good job of getting into side saddle. Not out of the woods yet, though. Scoots over into that backside position.
Backside. Takes the backs. No, he bails in. I think he could have got that there.
Wow. Okay.
And gets the reversal.
That's a big slip from both guys. I don't know. That's a big slip from both guys right there. Yeah.
Gets up to the feet. If that was me, I'm just going straight for back mount. Because it's an awful position to be in if you're on the bottom. And it's straight back down for Cormier. He gets on top, and he's looking to hammer down on him.
Yeah, landing good shots so far. I mean, obviously JT's got power, whether it be in the striking or on the ground, but specifically on the ground and pound, absolutely brutal from Daniel Cormier. Obviously,
yeah.
Gus does a great job getting his back though.
Yeah. Back. Just one thing there that I was going to allude to, say as well, the thing fighting like of Cormier and Kamara and Khabib, when they're postured up on you, no matter what position on the ground, they're up there for ages. Do you know what I mean? You can get so many shots on landed, full guard, half guard, whatever it is.
Yeah, and sometimes it can catch you really off guard because a lot of other fighters aren't able to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I've had it happen a few times with Henry Cejudo. He's the worst for it, man.
Henry,
oh,
in the rock.
Body rock, head rock.
Well,
Raw smells blood.
Looking to put the pressure on. You know, just watch your stamina. If that's me, you've got to back up and watch your stamina. You've got him rocked, but he gets taken straight back down.
Interesting to see the turn of tides, right, Tadpole? We've seen Raw be a lot more aggressive in the grappling in the past. Now he's coming out looking like a new and improved man, landing those body hits beautifully over and over again.
That body really well on Cormier. And this could be credit to training with the likes of Pug and Walker and all them guys at AJ's. You know, it's nice to see someone like Laura being in the camp with those guys. And obviously we can see an improvement in striking, but he doesn't want to be in this position with Cormier and low stamina on top, raining punches down.
Yeah,
this could be it.
That was some good ground and pound from JT. He's still got a stamina advantage. Can he try to get over into half guard? But the defense is starting to get a little bit on point for Rara after that early slip at the beginning of the round. Now, you know, getting it all.
He's starting to feel it, and he gets the denial there. So that was an interesting round. Obviously, we've got the top control from Cormier, JT, and then we've got the rock from Gustafsson. It's an interesting one to call it, and the stats are pretty close as well.
Yeah, they really are. Looking like it, you know, slightly it was edging in terms of statistics towards DC outside of the stuns and the wobbles that Rara, you know, stole the round with. That was a beautiful moment. He defended well on the ground. JT's been trying to mix it up on the hands, on the feet, but I have to say, Rara's improvement in the striking looking very clean. I think that JT has the right game plan. Maybe get this man down quickly again and see what he can do.
You've got to try and hold him down. You've got, especially the fact you've been caught with the head kick and he goes straight there and he gets taken down. He gets punished for it. Lovely time takedown by JT.
Yeah, some of the
look to go to half guard.
That is some of the problems of throwing body and head kicks, is that you are susceptible to takedowns. That's why you see a lot of jiu-jitsu guys be a little bit careless with the head kicks that they're able to throw because they don't care about being taken down. But gotta be wary against DC, man. He's a smothering force to have upon you.
That's the word. That's the adjective you use to describe JC. He's smothering. Do you know what I mean? Like if he gets on top of you, it's very hard to get him off.
Yeah, his grapple stamina is so perfect, and you know, normally if you're picking DC and you're grappling, you know what you're doing to a certain amount, right? And you can just ride out position. But Rara once again using
he's up to his feet. Just for the head kick.
A little bit of veteran savvy, used a little bit of momentum, able to turn it around, get up straight away, trying to
there it is. And now JT looking to put the pressure on. Got to watch out for that, Rara. He's becoming, I think JT's starting to switch onto it, and the overhand beautifully timed.
Yeah, that wrestling is really setting up his striking. JT's looking phenomenal now, starting to get into the flow of things, backing up, looks calm and composed. Nice clinch attempt, beautiful knees on the inside as well.
Making it a dogfight now. I'd like to see a bit more head movement from Rara. See what he's been learning from the boys over at AJ's, but I think JT's starting to feel a little bit more comfortable now. Maybe going to look for another takedown.
Yeah. I think he's starting to get the sequence of kicks that Rara had decided to enter the fight with. Rara maybe needs to mix up the combinations a little bit, going, you know, back into the striking realm. This is beautiful work from JT, though. Now mixing it all together, you can feel the momentum shifting. You know, as we came into that second round when he was able to get that takedown.
Yeah, get straight up there. You know, you've got the full mount. You can't really, especially with Cormier, you can't afford to be letting people get up from that position.
And that's about 3 times that he's landed a big overhand. I'm surprised he hasn't got more damage. Gus has got a chin and a half.
Yeah, for sure. And credit to Rara for using the Gustafsson. Do you know what I mean? Stats-wise, compared to DC, it's always going to be a tough fight. That. And he's doing well as well.
It really is. I mean, Rara's kind of known for that. He always goes with the underrated picks. I'm sure we've seen him use like Tim Means and stuff in the past as well, you know. So he's here for a good time and looking to improve himself each and every time. Doing well so far, but having all he can handle. I think this is exactly what we called that to, you know, before the fight. That JT is a dangerous man. It took him a couple of seconds to get going, but we've seen the improvements from both guys already in this fight.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, I mean, I think both men have got their, I've noticed, we've got Raee looking for that high kick and then JT looking to throw that land that overhand, and they've both landed, but you've got to think that one of them's got to become accustomed to it now and start looking to capitalise and slip it, because at this point in the fight, when both men have been hurt, that's probably going to be the game changer and the deciding factor of who wins the fight. But it's quite a close fight so far. I wouldn't really like to call this one, so.
No, it's really, really tough to kind of judge. I think it's probably around a piece all to play for going into the third round. One of the biggest things that I've noticed from Raee is that he seems to understand that a straight counters an overhand, and every time that we've started to see DC load up with an overhand, you see him planting, trying to fire that straight. Obviously, DC's done a great job of timing Raee on the way in, on the counter side of that, doing some beautiful side steps, another overhand.
Stunning. JT looking to put the pressure on. Lovely lunge into the overhand there, and Rae's on the back foot right now, and it was a hard rock, but Rae's fighting straight back. No respect. He lands a head kick. Now Raee looking to take him down. Denied.
Great work by JT. I mean, that's the first takedown attempt on him. Yeah, it's problematic, man. It really is, and that's due to the beautiful wrestling that was able to get put together by JT in that second round, and now chopping to the body. My God.
I think JT's just going to wait for that shot now. I think he's probably 2 rounds up, maybe. Don't know about the first one with the rock, but looking to put it on.
This is right now all JT. Raee needs to dig deep, find a way. This could be it. JT with the win.
Jeremy Thoransky making his name there and in prime time.
Yes.
And you've got to say, so, credit to Raee. He came to fight, and, you've got to respect the Gustafsson pick. We have seen improvement from him in that fight, definitely with his striking. Obviously, he's been grappling a lot more recently, so it's nice to see that he's been working the striking, and I think it can only go up from here. But JT, I think he started to figure it out at the end of round 1, and I think it started going downhill at the end of the third round when JT landed that lunge into the overhand, beautifully timed, and I think that was the key to success for him in the end.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, my man. I think I agree. I mean, in that early second round, getting that takedown really started getting Raee to drop his hands, and then, like you said, he was able to walk him onto a beautiful overhand that really kind of cemented the change in the tides of where that fight was going. Up until that point, though, honestly, I was blown away by how Raee was looking pretty accurate with that straight. Just clean. Yeah, it wasn't anything fancy, right? But it was just clean, kind of like technical striking. He was picking his shots very well, picking the range on the kicks very well, and all around putting together his strikes. But JT doing the damn thing this evening. BST's going to be happy with their man. Interesting to see where he goes from there. It took him a couple of seconds to get going, a little bit of Donald Cerrone syndrome going, but when he got going, he looked really, really good. Yeah,
exactly. And then, you get these primetime wins, you get on to bigger and better competition, so I'd like to see where JT, if sort of that next step up in competition, and again for Raee, nothing to hang your, and I know he won't. Raee loves to fight, doesn't he? So he'll be back next card, no doubt, looking to get back in there and showcase his striking once again, or might go grappler once again.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, I definitely, and he has the ability to fall back on his wrestling should he want to. But I think, like you said, he's looking to make improvements on his striking right now, and this is a great way to be able to test how those improvements are going for you, right? And
exactly, man.
Multiple seasons, multiple ways that you can get yourself behind. I mean, if you look at, it's a little bit of a different story now, obviously, a couple of bets in, but if you look at like Trickzzy, just as an example, right, the champion that's fighting later this evening, he lost his very, very first fight within the promotion. Very first fight he lost, and he's now on I think it's a 17 or an 18 fight win streak currently. I know his target is a 20 fight win streak, so I think he's like 18-1 right now, or 17-1, and he's trying to get to that 20. That's his goal. Obviously got Simple Beney later on this evening that he's going to have to get through. With that being said, though, Tadpole, not going to waste any time, brother. Straight on to the rest of the prelims, out of the early, into the rest of the prelims. Going to be having NFG Blue Mist up against LW Top Dog. It's going to be a lightweight bout. I believe these guys are on PlayStation. Poirier v. Gaethje, from what I am seeing in front of me, brother.
Interesting as well. Obviously, you've got Gaethje with the filthy leg kicks, but Poirier's leg kicks are good himself, so I think we'll see quite a few leg kicks early on in this fight, and I don't know if obviously Poirier has got the grappling. Justin Gaethje's ground game isn't the best on the game, so he's got that in the arsenal if he wants to take it. But straight away, both the men coming at each other, and well, it's Gaethje looking for the early takedown.
I mean, the man may not have jiu-jitsu, but he is the highlight for a reason. That came from the slams and the wrestling. We'll see if he continues to have some high-amplitude grappling, but decides to opt for the stacked guard. Lots of ground and pound opportunities from this position. And the fact is, Tadpole, they removed the submission, so you don't really have that threat either. You can rain down shots to your heart content.
Yeah, for sure. You just got to be careful, though. Obviously, Dustin has got a very masterful arm, but Gaethje's putting the pressure. Oh my! Early on,
this is it, brother. This is it.
That could be it. Oh! And he takes it back. Poirier takes it back.
Goes to the armbar.
Going for the armbar.
And the stamina's low on it. Can you imagine he gets this?
Oh my god. I think he's going to be alright. But imagine he got that. Gaethje's not coming to play.
What an incredible sequence of fights. Yeah, Gaethje was throwing hands early. We've seen Blue Mist have some, weathering some early storms in the past. Looking to do so against, or he's going to have to do so against Gaethje. No choice about it at this stage.
Sure. For Poirier, I mean, if this is me, I'm just sort of letting my head recover. I mean, he got dropped pretty hard and he nearly got finished there in the first 2 minutes of the fight. So just take a moment to clear the cobwebs and get your head back into it. But obviously, Gaethje's not looking to play games on the feet or on the ground. Dustin stands it right back up. I
don't know if I agree with it. We'll see if he's able to get the damage off, like you said, playing it a little bit safe, knowing that he probably lost this round, right? Not risking the damage. Could have played into his favor, but he's back now in the wheelhouse of Top Dog, who was landing beautiful combinations moments ago.
Yeah, Top Dog looks very comfortable on the feet. He's using the range pretty well. He's looking for the leg kicks, but you know he's making Dustin miss quite a lot. So I think Top Dog could be a problem here tonight. Blue Mist needs to get something going. Like you said, I don't know if I agree with the stand up there. I probably would have tried to hold him down a little bit longer.
Nice slip off, trying to go for the lead hook. Is Gaethje once again trying to land big, powerful bombs? Let's not rule out Blue Mist, though. Poirier has got power in his hands as well.
Looking to break that block.
There just seems to be a little bit of a different in combinations, right? I see Blue Mist is moving forward whilst he strikes. Gaethje is planting, but there he gets planted and sat down. Jesus! Oh my god!
Jesus Christ!
Talking about the brutality of Justin Gaethje, and the next thing you know, don't blink, Dustin the Diamond Poirier sits him down, puts him out with a couple of follow-up shots. Beautiful work from Blue Mist. Like I said, weathering that early storm, coming full circle and able to get the victory on it, just in a flash, brother.
Credit to Blue Mist showing adversity there. He looked out, definitely in the first minute of that fight. And it was just as you were saying, there was a difference in stand-up, obviously. Top Dog was planting his feet and throwing the faster combinations, but you know, just as you said, that it was the forward moving combination that knocked him down, and Blue Mist got the dub there. Fucking great performance, like Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I wonder if there was like a little bit of head movement that moved him onto a shot or something down those lines, but it was he had a game plan tonight, and that was to use those hooks to come forward. You know, he had a little bit of an issue establishing his range at the very, very beginning, but when he was able to get that shot, he took full advantage, brother. Just really, really good job on following that through. But we come on to a couple of names that I'm sure you are very familiar with yourself there, my man. Going to be having Get It Back Bumba. Bumba is back on here trying to put a performance in up against Easy Mixup. Going to be a nice fight in middleweight. Lots and lots of fun picks in that weight class.
Yeah, man. Bumba, good guy. Everyone loves Bumba. Yeah. Similar to the last fight we've just seen, Bumba actually beat me in prime time. Flash knockdown. I didn't avenge it in the SFL, so. But Bumba's he's a good, exciting fighter. I know he's always training with the EK boys, so they're always showing him tricks. And he's also a cool guy. Not taking anything away though, EZ Mixup. Obviously, we recruited just from the EZ camp, but those boys know how to strike, so it'll be interesting to see how this one's going to play out.
Yeah, no, they really, really do. I mean, a lot of the Easy guys have great striking, but like you say, Bumba, he's not opposed to anything in the game, really. He's trained with a lot of the top grapplers, trained with a lot of the top strikers, like you said, previously the BFAT boys, now the EK boys, and all of that side of things. So he's got a lot of really good training partners to get it going with. And I think
that's the way you get good.
Yeah, no, for sure, man, for sure. You know, iron sharpens iron, and Bumba has definitely been trying to sharpen those tools. We'll see if he's able to get it going this evening. Lands another couple of nice hooks. Maybe going after the Bang Bang treatment this evening a little bit with the Vandalay pick.
Always fun seeing Bang Bang in there. Shout out to my boy. And I think so straight away we can see Bumba's probably looking to put the pressure on a little bit more. Those hooks from Vandalay absolutely disgusting, and mix-ups as you'd expect from the easy boys, looking to fight on the back foot for the leg kicks out there.
Doing a good job, just, yeah, like you say, continually tapping that lead leg. Now, this takedown attempt is going to be vital. I mean, if he's able to get some good work off here, this could really change the entire complexion of the fight. Easy, maybe not known for their grappling in the past, but looking to, you know, maybe change that this evening with a lovely deny already.
Yeah, there we go. And the thing with Rob's so well ran the game. His striking's filthy, but his grappling's just as good, really. You know, his wrestling's brilliant on the game. He's got all the get-ups, all the reversals, and the stats are pretty good to say he's a striker. So it's not really where you want to be with Vandalay, and Mixup's doing a pretty good job keeping him held down as to yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first transition that he's actually let go, but instantly going to the backside position. Now probably going to try and take the back or go for the ground and pound opportunities. Like you say, Vandalay Silva definitely not wanting to be in these positions at... Oh, wow, that was lovely.
Good denial there.
It's like
Not too sure why he went back to the sprawl position, but it was a good denial because that's a fast transition, that one up against the cage.
He may have been... Honestly, that may have even been a setup. He kind of... It looked like he wanted to go for it, but... Because his denials are all over it, I wouldn't put it past him at this point. I'm rating the way that Mixups is mixing it up.
Yeah, for sure. His grappling's looking pretty spot on tonight. Bumba's probably, you know, he's got to be thinking what he can do here to try and get it back to the feet, because obviously that's where Vandalay wants it with them hooks. But Whitaker's looking very comfortable on the ground, and you know, Bumba's not exactly doing much to advance his position, but you know, you can never count Bumba out. He knows what he's doing, so
yeah. And I can kind of understand the hesitance in this first round, because basically everything he's moved has got denied so far. Maybe trying to work that GA would be a little bit advantageous for him, but straight back to the feet now. And I don't know if this is you know, if he's going to be able to land anything. Robert Whitaker's going to continue to dance around the outside. He's definitely ahead in this round right after that takedown, a lot of the top control and the ground and pound.
Yeah, interesting to see as well. Mix-up stand up there. Maybe. And the uppercut. This is the thing with Vandalay.
Bad choice. Do not stand up. Vandalay will take your head off. He's the axe murderer for a reason.
For sure. Maybe he's going to look to get it straight back down to the ground after that. But like I was saying, maybe Mix-up's, you know, he's seen what he wanted to gauge what he was like on the ground, and then have a little stand-up war with him, see what he's got to offer, because I think he knows that he can hold him down now. So. Yeah. Maybe Mixup wants to show what he's got to offer in the stand-up, but you've always got to be careful with Vandalay, as we've just seen with that power.
It really is. I mean, it can be a little bit deceiving sometimes with the short hooks as well. You think that you're out of range, and then all of a sudden the uppercut covers more distance, catches you square on the chin, sends you down the, you know, little bit of shaky leg street, and they are straight back at it, touch of gloves. You see, Mixup's trying to take the outside again. Once again, I understand this approach entirely, man. Entirely. You cannot be walking forward up against the Vandalay Silva. He will bite down on that gum piece and just throw bombs. Yeah,
and it's an awful position to be in, though, when you've got Vandalay stood right in front of you throwing them hooks. Just ask Bang Bang, but there we go. He gets the takedown there, nicely timed, and straight away on the denials. His grappling shit hot tonight.
Yeah, seems on it, taking a technical approach. Obviously, you know, understands that he's got a dangerous opponent against him, does not want to slip up at all, and so far, man, he really, really is all over it.
Denying everything.
Building up the GA as well, which is just vital. You see him doing all these little bunny shots, now seeing Bumba trying to get some back of his own, but I think they've been the major determining factor on who's been winning in this grappling exchange. It's just, he continually has GA. He basically always has GA.
Yeah, exactly, and like you said in round one, he is living up to the name. Mix-ups here. He's again another denial, and he's looking comfortable in every single position. Like he's not rushing any transitions. You know what I mean? He's like you say, building up that GA, and he's taking his time with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's like mixing in maybe some pre-denials, either that or this guy's cracked out of his skull with his denials. I mean, Bumba had full GA when he went for that full guard transition. He was able to get it instantly. He really, really is looking on point with the denials. Must feel like a, you know, I don't know, man. It's like I don't know how to just deep waters in it. Deep waters. I don't know if you ever grappled yourself. You've ever had somebody just hold you down like this. It's not a nice feeling, man.
Oh, I know that feeling all too well, mate. Jakey B.
Yes,
but you know, you just got to keep going with it. Like,
really do, man. You really do. You've got to stay composed. We see Bumba, and obviously we don't see Mixup stamina at this point, right? But with all of this being said, Bumba is doing a great job of maintaining his stamina, and if he gets an opportunity to strike again, he has all of the opportunities and the stamina to get the damage off, just like he did at the close of the first round.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, this has got to be frustrating for Bumba here. You've got Whitaker, and he seems to be denying absolutely everything. But I think Bumba just needs to try and, you know, maybe mix up a couple more fakes. He manages to get it back to full guard there. Just try and hold him in your guard and wait for him to transition and block one of Whitaker's if you can. But there we go. He gets a reversal there.
Bumba maybe slicing across in a second to the top mount. Going to rain down. No. Half guard postured.
He's going to stand up.
Yeah, no. He's going for the full ground and pound. The separation. Still 20 seconds, though. Got to imagine he's going to try and land something.
Bumba will take that. Oh, the leg kick, though.
Nice check.
Mixup's mixing up the combinations nicely there. Bumba, if I'm Bumba, I'm coming forward at him. One big combination to finish the round. I think after that one, we've got to look at it. Whitaker 2-0 up here, so I think Bumba's just got to go for broke again here. Look to land one of them big power shots. Obviously, he's shown he can land, so
I feel like has been done. I feel like he needs the cage cut, get him up against that corner, and then throw maybe 300 uppercuts to stop that. To stop that takedown.
The Saki uppercuts. Here we go, and this is what we're saying. This is where Vanderlei wants it, up against the cage, pressure him. That's nice. That's nice from Bumba, but straight away, Mixup's not playing any games and taking it straight back down to where he's comfortable on the ground. Yeah, having some adversity on the feet, and he's like, nope. Scoops him back down to the ground. Pound is nice. He's taking his time with it again. He's not rushing it, looking like leave himself to get swept. But just as I say that, he gets reversed onto half guard Vanderlei top.
Yeah, he's truly being positioned over anything right now, and you know you've got to appreciate it. It can be, I mean, it's less frustrating, you know, obviously when you're not in that situation, but we've all experienced it. Somebody that's quite clearly, excellent on the ground, able to hold you in those positions. It just makes it so, so uncomfortable to be able to play, so frustrating, and it can take you off your game when you do manage to finally work your way back to the feet. But now I'm saying all of this. Obviously, Bumba's on top right now, and he's trying to work some.
He's looking good. He managed to get the mount there. If he'd have got one, that mount's a tricky game if you can't hold the mount. But if you get 1d9 and top mount, it's awful being on the bottom. It just takes one posture up, and the stamina advantage can normally finish the fight. But Bumba's looking pretty comfortable on top as well, so.
Yeah, no, once again, he trains with literally some of the best on the scene, brother, and you've got to imagine that, he's comfortable. He's going to have seen all of these positions before. I know that training with the likes of Slick, I mean, I've definitely had Slick do this to me a few times, so I'm sure that Bumba has, right? And like you say, the likes of Jakey B, Dirty Dave, and the like. So he's going to have some grappling chops, but I just genuinely feel like his best success is on the feet.
Oh, big leg kick there.
Not so much with that leg being compromised, though. That's problematic.
For sure. It's a really good performance here by Mixup. He's not doing anything over drastic. Do you know what I mean? He's just taking his time with it, and he's fighting at his pace. And it adds up if you can fight these technical fights and weather the storm, like Vanderlei, the certain storms that Vanderlei brings. The rocks and the knockouts do come. So he's fighting really well.
No, I agree with you 100%. Like you say, he's got to be a little bit more of the technical one. You can't go, leather for leather with somebody like Vanderlei Silva. He's got to be a little bit careful on bottom, but with only 30 seconds, you've got to imagine that he feels like he secured the round of the rocks in a couple of the rounds and a lot of that top control. But like you say, fighting at his own pace is the important part of this performance for him. Really has had a workmanlike performance.
Yeah, for sure. And Bumba, I would have liked to have seen him stand up there. We had a minute to go. Like, you're 2 rounds down, just stand up and just go for broke. I can't see the judges giving it to him, especially with the leg kick knockdown. It's probably going to be 30-27. But you know, probably look back on that and think maybe he should have stood up, but there we see. What did that say, Si? Did you see that?
I didn't quite see it. You see, Easy Mixups has got the W. You know, obviously with that, I don't see the. I'm just waiting to see if he skips across real quick to the total one. I imagine it's 29-28, but imagine 29-28.
29-28. Yeah.
There was 130-27, but I would give it 29-28 as well, just because of that rock in that first round, especially. I feel like Bumba definitely had moments, and he was the more aggressive of the two fighters. So when he had opportunities, he was definitely landing some of the bigger shots and that sort of things. You know, even in the ground and pound positions, but nevertheless, he kind of the overwhelming kind of majority, I suppose, of the control time and work that was being done was in the half of Mixup, and that was obviously what was able to secure him in the victory in that one. It was a great performance by him, like you say, really all-rounded performance. He was able to work a couple little bits on the striking, but mainly this was grappling from him this evening. Which is
exactly.
It's a different look as well, right, from these guys, the Easy guys?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Easy predominantly known, especially from the former member, now my Camp KM Adjust. And honestly, I swear down, Si, he is one of the trickiest strikers on the game. Like, if you get to fight with him, he's so good. You know, his grappling, there's no secret that he's not a grappler, nor am I, but his striking's really spot on. And so we see from Mixup, it was nice to see Easy Boys throwing in a little bit of grappling there. Bumba sending a message to me saying he should have stood up there. You know, like I say, he'll be looking back at that one thinking just a few little things he could have done differently, but no doubt I'm sure Bumba will be back. But impressive performance from Mixup, and I'm looking to see where he goes from there. But that said, I think we're moving on to the next one over in the PlayStation division, I believe it is, Si.
That is correct, my man. PlayStation side, KIA Notorious up against Passion. These guys are going to be fighting in the welterweight lightweight weight class. I do apologize, they are loading in as we speak. We're just going to skip across right now. McGregor up against Dustin Poirier. These guys are 3-3 against each other as well, so it looks like they've they're a little bit familiar with each other and their styles. So very evenly matched. Going to be a fun fight to take us in a little bit further into the prelims, and maybe a little bit of precursor to later on this evening.
Paying homage to tonight, yeah. We'll see what happens. Is this going to be a representation of what happens tonight? We'll see what happens, but you've got to love a Poirier-McGregor matchup, even in a game or in real life. So I'm excited to see how this is going to go.
Nice chop to the body with him. He's trying to get something going. Looks like Dustin Poirier taking the center of the cage. Obviously, Conor McGregor trying to be a little bit of the more of the elusive of the two, and understandably so. Dustin does hit hard, a little bit more of the durable side of things. No leg kicks attempted from either guy thus far. Interesting.
Looking for that slip upper there from Poirier. And Poirier's looking happy. There we go. The slip uppercuts, man. That's my go-to move. I love them, man. They're so effective. Especially when you're against you've got a Conor who's got a disgusting jab and a straight. But both men using head movement very well, looking to play the counter game. I can't see this one going to defeat, and I don't know if I can see it ending this round if they keep on firing like this.
Honestly, the amount of slip-off lead-uppers that I've seen already, it is phenomenal. They're really trying to catch each other with something big, man. See it again, what a big counter.
The slip hook, the slip straight hook. First knockdown for McGregor, first blood.
And that's the thing with Conor, right? When he gets a slip and he just plants and rips with one of those combinations, it just feels like your head is being decapitated.
Well, the thing is as well, if you get rocked against, if Conor draws first blood against you in the knockdowns, there's a lot of pressure because the power he has. This is stunning striking. Conor's looking pretty brutal tonight, looking to put the pressure on. I think Poirier went for a bow there.
Yeah, he did.
I think he did.
Got one in return. But honestly, the chin is about gone for Lee McGarth right now, having a lot of problems in these pocketed exchanges. Big uppercut!
Big uppercut. And he's standing him up. I think Poirier's looking to go out on his shield, not going for the takedown, so you've got to respect that. But Conor's looking...
Oh my God, man.
Full elbow.
This guy is so clean. It was an easy passion pull. He ducks under that. The elbow just millimeters away. Oh!
Oh my God. The straight lands from McGregor. What a clinic that was. Jesus Christ.
As clean of a performance as it gets. KIA Notorious. Gotta be... Oh no, this was Passion. My apologies. I got a KIA Notorious v Passion. I assumed he would be Conor McGregor since his name is Notorious, but... I assume that's who's won there. Great performance from Easy Passion. What just an absolute clinic, like you said. For a 3-3 going into it, didn't make it look like it. I mean, nothing against his opponent, of course. I mean, sometimes these things happen, but he just looked on fire tonight. But
like I said, man, the first and on that rabbit hole, and you've been rocked against McGregor, it's very hard to get that back. Do you know what I mean? I've been on the receiving end of a Conor McGregor knockout from Liam many a time, and believe me, it's not fun when you're trying your best to get something going and you just can't with Conor's pressure and his power. But easy Passion making it look easy tonight. What a performance!
Yeah, he just looked phenomenal. Like, honestly, blown away by the way that guy was able to come out here and compete. It can be a little bit difficult when you come out here and having some of your initial performances within the promotion. They've had a couple now, I think they both maybe 1 or 2 performances so far. So to come out and look that clean, he's really starting to get comfortable, and has an interesting future if he can continue to put on performances like that, for sure, my man.
Yeah, exactly.
That though, it does take us on to another very interesting bout, this time on the side of the Xbox. We're going to be having LW, Lethal Weapons, MysticMac, up against Yeeticus. Obviously, MysticMac, I think you're a bit familiar with both guys right there, Tadpole. But just to kind of give you my side on MysticMac very briefly, MysticMac is a guy that really likes to work behind his jab, has some really, really nice, kind of... I would say fundamental striking. He doesn't like to go flash. It kind of keeps it fundamental. And Yeeticus more of a grappler that's been putting it all together recently. Kind of like the Raee situation that's been making advancements in his hands, right, Tad? Would you agree with that assessment?
Well, Yeeticus, he's on a collision course. He's trying to get into KM, and he's been in the DMs, and he's been very controversial in the past. Part of the Cheese Amigos group, but I think he's sort of stepped away from that, and he's looking to try and build his reputation back up and show that he's trying to move on from that life. And he's saying he's told me that he's been working his striking, so I'm excited to see if he's gonna come through with that tonight.
He sure has.
See what he's got to do. On the ground, he knows what he's doing, Si. I'll tell you that.
Oh, 100%. Yeeticus, and this is the thing. I mean, I said it to him recently. He pops by on the streams and stuff like that, and he's done a great job of, like you say, really, really kind of reinventing himself within the UFC 4 community in terms of his overall style and the way that he's fighting. Bear with me just a moment. I do apologize. Going to be getting these guys set up for just a second.
Interesting to see as well. I know MysticMac. So I'm interested to see how it's going to go, because MysticMac's, I think he's Australian if I'm not mistaken. So
yes, he is. That's right. He is Australian. Normally though, it's kind of, we find out normally pretty ahead of time if people are having connection problems with that side of things.
Okay.
Although the ping is normally not, like the 50 sort of ranges.
Ideal.
It normally doesn't cause too much of a problem.
No, MysticMac's been around for quite a while anyway, so I think if it was too much of a massive problem, he probably still wouldn't be competing in the league. So I'm excited to see him against Yeeticus and see what he can do. But Yeeticus as well, this is the first fight I'm tuning in to see live since he's abandoned his cheesing ways. So I'm excited to see what he's got to offer.
He's been looking great in his performances so far. We are just going to take a very brief moment. Going to take a short intermission while one of these guys cuts a couple of pounds. We'll be right back with you. Do not go anywhere. Much love. All right, we are back, my guys. I do apologize. There was a bit of confusion in the back, so we had to take a moment just to get the record straight. We just spoke up Yeeticus a bunch, and I'm looking forward to seeing him compete. But he is going to be competing next weekend, I believe, on the Primetime ESFL card. This time around, we're going to be having KM Caliber, your campmate, taking it on short notice up against MysticMac. We've already given MysticMac his intro. How about you give us a little bit of an introduction to your teammate there? Tadpole, I'm sure you've got plenty to say on this, man.
Yes, my boy Caliber, ESFL, 2-0 in the ESFL last season. He's thing with Caliber as well. He's probably predominantly more of a grappler, but his striking's just as good. You know what I mean? He's very comfortable wherever it goes, and he's really, really good. I think he fought Slickit again in the KM camp war that we had the other weekend, and he managed to get the dub over Slick. So Caliber's a serious guy, and I'm looking to see what he's going to bring tonight.
For sure, man, for sure. Starting out quickly, MysticMac trying to get off slipping off that center line. You already see him going to the jab, the straights, landing that roundhouse to the body. Caliber obviously trying to plant and rip some back in his face. Obviously,
and we see the Pedro Munoz as well. You got to respect that. You don't see too many Munoz picks these days, especially at bantamweight. It's normally the likes of the TJs, the Fonts, the Yans. So
yeah, for sure. He's really durable, though, right? I was going to say.
Yeah, exactly. His leg kicks as well. He's got really good leg kicks.
Interesting to see him take him down to the ground. Gonna have to see what MysticMac is able to do off his back. He's normally been pretty good at able to at least stop the damage that's coming his way, but like you say, Caliber trying to show that there is different levels to it and working out these positions right now, slicing over into top mount. Staying very active.
Caliber's one of them guys as well, Si, you were alluding to earlier. He's got that smothering presence on the ground, and you know, he knows what he's doing. But MysticMac does well to get up there. Oh, there we go. And Caliber putting the pressure on Lance.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, my boy.
Not wasting any time. Not wasting any time, man. MysticMac didn't know what hit him right there. Unfortunate for that man. I mean, looked like Caliber came out with bombs in his hand this evening, landed them square on the chin and sent him to the nether realm. TJ's got to be going to be waking up at some point in the near future. What a great performance by him, man.
Damn, what time was that? 1:56 was it?
1:56 of the first round. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. I don't know if there's one.
Damn, that's a quick one, man. You know, it's a tough one to take from MysticMac. Those knockouts, they do happen. So it's a tough one to take, and I'm sure we'll be back. But what a performance from Caliber, looking to put one up there for Kingsman, and you know, he did it. He looked phenomenal in that fight. Even on the ground, he held him down pretty well. He had a few transitions, and then as soon as he got back up to the feet, he just went hell for leather at him and managed to get him out there quick.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, man, for sure. Didn't waste any time. And that, you know, like you say, you got to feel a little bit bad for MysticMac, because it's one of those ones where he was knocked out before he even hit the mat, right? His character got hit with the 3-piece on the way to the floor, so there's not really much of an opportunity to recover during that.
No, exactly. Nothing you can do.
Exactly, mate, exactly. But taking us straight on into the prelims, we're going to be having our next Xbox bout of the evening there, Tadpole. FSK Comp, or competitor, up against LW Bucko, another LW member, trying to get the first W of the evening for them. Should be a very, very fun fight. Going to be in the welterweight division. Looks like we may be getting a Leon Edwards v Tony Ferguson pick, if my eyes do not deceive me.
I imagine Edwards is competitor, is he?
Edwards is, yes, that's right. Yeah, competitor is Edwards. That's right.
Those FSK boys, they've got some really good players, man. They've got Leon Desire, they've got Ricardo. Competitor's a really crisp striker, so
yeah, for sure, man. Obviously, Low State, is it Flow State Kings?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I think the game plan here, well, competitor, I know he's just going to want to keep this on the feet, and I think Tony's going to look to try and take it down. So we'll see what Booker's got to offer, but competitor's a really smooth, crisp striker. He's got really good pull combinations as well. He mixes pull-uppers in with straights, and you'll see what I mean, honestly. Like, his pull-up combinations are class. I've actually stolen mine off him, so.
Okay. Well, I look forward to seeing this, man. He looks like he's taking a fairly technical approach, and he's going to need to. I've fought Bucko in the past as well. The man has an unorthodox striking routine that tends to land maximum damage, trying to chop to the leg of Edwards early. Having a couple of back of his own. That's a nice little step off, though. Gets a couple of counters.
Steps, yeah. And that's the thing, an awkward player mixed with Tony Ferguson's awkward style is, it's not fun to play against. And we see he's looking to clinch up straight away. But Tony's got everything, hasn't he? Like, grappling, he's got all the positions that you want, especially even on the bottom. And then striking, you've got all the spinning stuff you like to throw, the helicopter moves. So
yeah, exactly. And those spinning elbows are
spin elbow.
They're so dangerous, man. Like, honestly, I hate them personally.
Yeah, I do.
But at least receiving one on the chin. But they do lead to some absolutely spectacular knockouts. So I kind of understand.
Well, yeah, we were speaking about it earlier, and he misses the pull there. He could have done something with that, but he's using the side steps really well. He's getting out of the way of out of these like side steps, the side kicks that Tony Ferguson throwing, but just needs to watch the stamina because Tony Ferguson can do this for 3 rounds easily.
Yeah, and there's the spin again. Like I said, Bucko's unorthodox, man. He times those. He knows when to throw them to catch you when you can't block, when you're mid-kick or something like that. And my God, does it do huge amounts of damage. Comp staying composed, though, backing out now, trying to make Bucko miss some of those shots and being successful thus far. And he needs a little bit more of that. I think a little bit of a feint inside of Tony Ferguson's face is going to go a long way here. Try and bait out those spins, right?
Yeah, I think the key to Tony Ferguson is to try and fight him at a distance. Just like, it's those spinning elbows, man. He throws them so quick and he can chain them. So he misses one. Okay, you've got another one to deal with. And 9 times out of 10, they do cause a rock. So fight him at a distance because let him come to you. And I've seen competitor, I know some of the combinations he can throw up close, but I don't think he needs to be taking any risks here against Tony. Just let him come to him and try and get something going on the back foot because Tony's just too awkward to deal with at times.
Yeah, no, it's all about taking the path of least resistance, and if he's able to do so from working the outside, and it looks like he's addressed that, it looks like that seems to be the game plan going into this one. He understands that Tony Ferguson's dangerous, especially after that spin. You see the statistics being very, very close in that one, but obviously with the stun, Bucko's going to be taking it. Although I do feel like competitors not getting frustrated, not getting overzealous, and still all to play for over the stage in the next 10 minutes they'd had.
Yeah, and at the end of the round, that's what I think competitors started to. It's almost like he's hearing what we're saying. Like he started to just fight a little bit more technical on the back foot. Like you don't, like I say, you don't need to take any risks against Tony. Just let it come to you. And like I said earlier, the rocks and the knockouts they come if you're patient. If you can weather the storm and deal with the pressure, it will come. So just needs to be careful and in fact do what he's doing now.
Yeah, exactly. And the more he does it, the more his opponent will become frustrated, and that's what allows him to set up those beautiful knockouts. Really for anybody, that's what's really going to get your opponent going, trying to get them to overextend. He has to be careful here, though, when your back gets up against the cage. No loss base to actually get something moving, but he doesn't need it.
No. Finally gets a rock, and that's another one. 2 in a row, Si.
Yeah, on the button, up against the cage, landing the combinations on the inside that you alluded to there, Tadpole. Beautiful work from FSK competitor, really going into that flow state this evening, landing those shots beautifully after a difficult first round from Bucko.
Yeah, another example of adversity, and what are the chances of seeing those flash knockouts twice in a row? But like I say, man, it's all about patience. And competitor, I'm looking forward to seeing him in prime time, especially training with Leon and Ricardo. Those FSK boys are really good. So I'm excited to see where he's going to go. And he's picked up a good win there against Bucko, obviously fighting out of the Lethal Weapons camp. Yeah, onto bigger and better competition for competitor, and back on the bike for Bucko, but. Impressive performance.
Like Bucko showed that he's an unorthodox striker that you have to be very, very careful of, but competitor showing that he's a competitor. He's showing that he has all of the attributes that are needed to make the adjustments in a difficult fight, and that's what can really sometimes separate a good and an average player, right? Is the ability to be composed in those situations. This does, though, take us another step into our prelims. We've got I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4 more fights on the prelims left to go. Another LW campmate taking a step out. LW Tabaric going to be taking a step up against Wolf X1 and a bunch of numbers.
I'll just stop you there, Si. So Tabaric,
yeah,
he was LW. I think today he's joined the Silent Killers, which is a new camp they've been formed by It Was Wavy and Stewie.
Okay.
Who's a really good level player, but I think this is Tabaric's third camp he's been in the space of 7 days. So, but I think he's going to settle with this one. But I'll say something about Tabaric. He trains a lot with one of our boys introspectively, and like I say, Intro is one of the best strikers I've played in this game. He's so good. You know, he just needs to work his grappling a little bit more, but I've got no doubt he'll be in the ESFL soon. And Tabaric, training with Intro a lot, has improved his striking massively. So I'm excited to see how he's going to get on here. Wolf, obviously a veteran of the game. I've known Wolf since I've started competing in these leagues, and he's always down to fight, more of a striker. So, but I'm excited to see what Tabaric's got to offer here, especially his first fight for the Silent Killers.
Well,
as they're known.
I'm interested to see how he gets it going. I did have the opportunity to fight Tabaric recently on the Sleepers for the Week stream, and he did light me up. I was 30 hours deep, no sleep, you know, but he did light me up.
Exactly,
so.
Man. Yeah.
The guy's definitely a killer. I'm interested to see what he's going up. So.
Introduce him to your club and it'll be a different story, mate.
Oh, mate, he did my club. But let's not say that, you know. That's right. No, Conor McGregor, Aldo, brother. This is a fun fight. Aldo's got all the power. So has Conor McGregor. A little bit of a reach advantage, a little bit of a footwork advantage in terms of McGregor, but very, very interesting match. I imagine we're going to see a little bit longer than a 13-second bout, but you never know with two heavy hitters like this.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, I think the game plan for Tabaric, I know he likes leg kicks as well. He's another one of them. He'll throw, he'll attack everything, but he's going for the takedown straight away. And this is pretty smart from Tabaric, but straight back up from Conor.
Yeah, you see him.
It's only a matter of time, Si. I think before we start seeing the leg kicks, you know that Conor's not got the best leg health, and we see the first one there, and it was a hard one that landed on the inside of Conor's leg. So.
Yeah. See Tabaric trying to work the body, trying to go for, he thinks, his patented lunging jab to the body. I'm sorry, my man, you did not patent that. He takes him down, though, good back take.
Yeah, Tabaric, well, he's looking to show he's been working on his grappling. I was excited to see him striking here, but obviously he's probably got different ideas, and it's smart, like we've seen the damage Conor can do tonight, and I think everyone knows about how good Conor's hands are in the game, but you've got to watch that stamina.
Yeah, you really, really do. And this is the thing. Tabaric, has an excellent attacking game plan here, because even if he doesn't get any submissions or massive amounts of ground and pound off, just holding Conor McGregor down here, gassing those arms out, making sure that he doesn't have the ability to land those big power shots should they get back to the feet.
Well, he's going for the armbar straight. Oh, no, he's not. I don't know why he's not going for the sub here, Cyrus, to be honest.
I think he's tried 2 or 3 times, but Conor McGregor's using the transition to cancel it. It's something that I've noticed is they're able to do from top mount positions recently. Not able to on that one, though. The armbar getting cinched in.
And he gives it up. I'm surprised. I didn't know you could do that, by the way.
Posture up and do, yeah, there's a couple of them like that.
But yeah, here we go. He's going for it again, and the stamina is bad for Conor McGregor. This probably, you've got to think this could be it all over straight away. And disappointing to see from Wolf, probably getting a little bit overwhelmed on the bottom there. Obviously, an indication that he's maybe not worked the grappling as much, but his takedown defense isn't too bad. Looking like he might get out of this one. It's going to be close.
Yeah, if he gets out of it, it definitely looked like he needs to get out of the grappling exchanges with a matter of priority, because, oh my god, he might not even get out of it. He just got tapped.
And that's it. Don't know how. Wow.
Tabaric.
I thought for sure he was going to get out of it, but Tabaric looking to make an early finish. Is that the first submission we've had of the night, Si?
I think so, brother. I think so. Tabaric picking up a big W with that submission. That was millimeters away. I mean, a second just either side, or a half second either side, he was escaping. I mean, very, very close. Beautiful work by Tabaric. Basically a flawless performance. I'd be interested to see the stats and see if there was actually any strikes landed on the feet.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Tabaric completely mugging me off there, by the way, Tabaric. I'm bigging up your striking before the fight. You take it down. But
But yeah, I mean, he looked. I say he looked comfortable on the ground. Maybe wasn't the best showing from Wolf. So like, I think it was just a matter of time before the submission come. But obviously, he'll take the win, and he'll be fighting better competition next time out, I'm sure. But another, you can't take anything away. He did what he had to do, and he got the submission by a millimeter. Fair play to Tabaric.
Yeah, no, I mean, quite simply, I mean, his opponent, when he got down to the ground, like you said, maybe has not worked on the ground as much as his striking side of things, and that showed. He showed that Tabaric had, an edge there. Used that to full advantage, able to get that submission relatively quickly and easily in that first round, and he's going to be feeling really, really good about himself going forward. Interesting to see what that man does. Like I said, had the opportunity to spar with him myself. I know that he's got great striking. You've alluded to it yourself as well. So if he's able to put grappling along with it like that, then probably going to be a bit of a problematic matchup for really anybody going forward.
Yeah, man. He's definitely improved since I last fought him as well. I know that he's been picking up some wins against some big names in other leagues, so I'm excited to see what he can do. And definitely the likes of Stewie in that TSK camp that's just been formed that he's training with. Stewie's really good, so it'll be nice to see the progression of Tabaric training under Stewie.
For sure. We are moving on to our PlayStation bout, brother. Next PlayStation bout of the evening, going to be having Hijio up against KIA Cartz. These guys are going to be fighting in the middleweight division. Should be a very fun matchup. I think I just saw an Israel Adesanya very, very briefly. And yeah, I know you said, brother, I've seen you, Cartz. The weight class is wrong. It is not welterweight. It is middleweight. Don't you worry. We're all good.
So we see Cartz picking. Who did Cartz go? Did Cartz go Whitaker or Adesanya? Sorry, I didn't see that.
I didn't quite catch it. We'll see as they load in now, I would imagine.
Whitaker then. So Whitaker from Cartz.
Yeah,
Cartz. He's a big name on the PS side. Everyone knows who Cartz is. He's been around the game a long time, so it's a big challenge for Adesanya here. But it'd be an impressive feather to have in the cap if he manages to get the win here.
He's doing really good already with this pressure going forward, just getting in the face, not allowing, Israel Adesanya to use the full reach advantage that he may have.
Yeah, I find if you're fighting Izzy as well, I think that's sort of the only way you can fight him, because his reach and the strikes that he's got is such a problem in that middleweight division. He's got such an array of different techniques that he can throw at you, and the power, he has got the power, like I use Rob normally in middleweight, and the amount of times I've been caught by Adesanya, but Rob, Cart's looking to put the pressure on, catches him with the hook there. And this is the way to fight Adesanya. You've got to get in his face, and here we go. This could be it. Non-stop bombs being landed, maybe it in the early going. 1 minute. What is that? 1 minute 31 seconds or something like that. I don't know. That was crazy quick finishes, man. Jesus Christ! Last 4 fights, all in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of going in the same vein as the other night, where we literally had the entire card bar one fight have like first round finishes, I think, or second round finishes. It was crazy night of fights. These guys looking to do the same this evening. Carter picking up a big win this evening. Him and his campmate going to be feeling happy about that performance. Had a game plan, executed beautifully. That pressure was on from the moment that the bell rung to the moment his opponent hit the canvas.
That's it, and that's what I say, man. Like, for me, anytime you fight Adesanya, you can't play the outside game. You've got to try something to try and pressure him. I know he's got the knees and the elbows, but Cart's setting the standard there. That's what you can do if you pressure Adesanya, and it's a impressive performance from Cart's getting it done early.
Yeah, like you say, he's been around the scene for a long time on the PlayStation side of things, looking to get his name known within the primetime side of things as well, doing beautiful work over a number of performances. That was a big one for him, though. That was a really, really clean performance for him. So interesting to see where he goes from there for sure. PlayStation side always hotting up. With that being said, though, Tad, talking about FSK a little bit earlier on, FSK for the vibes, Ricardo going to be up against EK Eleytist in the lightweight division.
Eleytist. My apologies. Eleytist. Apologies. These guys, they obviously come from the EK camp. They are all absolute savages. I don't know him personally, so I don't know if he's more of a grappler or a striker. So, I think he's more of a striker, but Eleytist is one of the one of the founders of EK, and obviously we know how long EK have been running. So Eleytist, I think he's sort of getting back into the scene. He's one of the founders of owners of EK. You know, he's not got an easy fight in front of him, Ricardo. This for me, I mean, this could be a main card fight. A lot of the prelim fights could be main card fights. So I'm excited to see where this one will go. Eleytist looking to bring his name back into the fold and make himself known again. But you know, young Harry, for the vibes, it's no easy task. Ricardo is training out of the owner of FSK. He knows what he's doing on the game, and it's always fun fighting him. I'm not gonna lie, he's a really good striker.
Yeah, no, for sure. We've seen Ricardo put some hands together in the past. EK Eleytist, like you say, looking to get back into the competitive side. I imagine that he's got all of the training partners to make sure that he's had his tools finally tuned, ready for this evening. Like you say, though, going to have a tough test against him, that Conor McGregor up against Dustin Poirier pick. I mean, I don't know what you think, but I've heard like some, you know, opposing thoughts on it. But Conor McGregor does seem to be a great pick to counter Dustin Poirier in UFC 4.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I use Conor at lightweight now. I mean, he's going RDA. Maybe he's looking for leg kicks, but I think Eleytist as well. I think he's quite tricky in the sense that he does a lot of side steps, but he throws a lot of lunging strikes as well. I mean, he's probably taking a page out of Tabaric's book as the founder of lunging strikes, but I do believe he likes to throw. He's pretty good at throwing the lunging strikes, and he's good at the side steps. So watch out for that one in this fight. And obviously, we know Harry. He's pretty comfortable wherever, but he's a solid little striker, man. So I'm excited to see how this fight's going to go.
Really touch him up very quickly. Starting off that lead leg kick, nice work. Looks like we got Ricardo trying to answer back with that lead upper. Lots of lunging jabs. You know that I love to see it.
So I mean, that's a good example of how you should use the lunging strikes. I didn't really bother with them, so I haven't got the patience for them. But the guys that can use them, they're frustrating and they're really good at setting up the bigger shots.
No, there's nothing. You don't need patience for them, brother. We need to hit the training. It's fine. But no, lunging, like you say, there's different ways to use them. You can use them just as we see Eleytist doing now, using the lunging jab to interrupt his opponent, get the hit stun, and stop him getting that forward momentum. You can also then use them as part of combinations to set up massive strikes like head kicks, overhands, spin kicks, and the like. So we'll have to see if he looks to utilize that as the fight goes on. The one thing to keep in mind, though, is that this all really does impact your stamina, so he has to be a little bit careful not to do it a little bit too much. This is going to go in his favor, though.
Big takedown.
Yes, sir.
That was fast. That was a fast shot there from Eleytist. And probably, you know, it looked pretty close on the feet. Ricardo's getting a couple of combinations going, but I think this is smart from Eleytist. We all know how good Dustin's stand-up and his power is, so managed to get the takedown, but Harry doing well to get it back up to the feet there and looking to put a pressure on against the cage. This is probably where Harry wants it, but
yeah, the more damage he can
take it straight down.
The more, and it's understandably, right? I mean, the more damage that Ricardo can land, the better. We've said it before, but RDA's chin, you know, once it does get compromised, it's kind of all downhill. He doesn't really have a great time of recovering past that point in terms of his chin or body health. Yeah,
exactly, man. And I mean, RDA is not quite the UFC 3 RDA that, you know, on this game, so it can be a little, especially like you said, when you get that first rock against him, it's a downhill battle. But he's fighting really well here, Eleytist, and he's, like I say, he's using them lunging strikes really well, and he's using the leg kicks as well. RDA got good leg kicks, so looking to chop away that leg of Poirier, but Harry not backing up too much and looking to meet him in the middle.
Yeah, he's just waiting for a moment to be able to get into that full flow state. Lovely duck, sits him down with it.
Yeah. Tell you what, that was well timed from Harry to get the duck there. You maybe could have seen it coming. Obviously, I think he landed 3 lunging strikes in a row, so I think he was trying to set up for a big shot. But on the feet, I must say, Eleytist is using their lunging strikes really well. I might have to start using them in the Arsenal side. I'm not going to lie, they look pretty good.
He's using them very much as an offensive interrupt, doing
a little bit of gamesmanship from Eleytist there as well, despite being knocked down.
Going to the body, taking center stage again, trying to chop at those legs when he gets the opportunity.
I do love a good taunt, Si. You know I do, come on. Oh my God.
When they're timed well, brother, when they're timed well, they can really get in your opponent's head.
Well, we'll see if that comes back to bite him in the arse. But, you know, so it was a good round from both men. Obviously, Ricardo got the knockdown, so you're probably going to have to give it Ricardo. But Eleytist is fighting well on the feet, and he's looking good on the ground and straight to them lunging strikes again.
Oh, big shots being landed.
The front kick into the straight, hits him down.
And yeah, he's not wasting any time. Ricardo looks like he wants blood tonight. Obviously, had that rock in the first round. Doesn't like the lunging strikes that are coming his way and punishing him up against the cage. Jesus.
This could be it. RDA's recovery is looking solid though, but this is what Ricardo wants. He wants to put the pressure on, and he's got him in a vulnerable position. This could be it.
Oh!
Still surviving. Oh, again.
Mate, these guys are not getting a moment to hit the mat. The accuracy on these shots are sitting them down, you know, en route. It's crazy.
Oh, wow. Ricardo, man. That's a good win. That is a good win, because I've heard good things about Eleytist. So that's a good win for Ricardo. And like I say, Ricardo's solid, man. He's always up there in the top 100. And you know, he'll be pleased to have that feather in his cap against one of the founders of EK. But, you know, Eleytist had his moments. He did look really good. And like I say, I'm impressed with them lunging strikes. I do like them, Si.
Yeah, no, I rate them highly. Win or lose, stock goes up for sure. Anytime I see somebody use lunging strikes, kindly and respectfully, I need to spar you. But outside of that, he had a good performance up until he didn't. You know, Ricardo really found an opportunity to turn the tide and put it all together. You know, got into that flow state, started landing some good shots and sat him down, like I said, en route to the mat. He was just rocked. He was just stunned, started to stumble and fall to the ground. And then mid-route, Ricardo finds the shots to put him out. And, it's a little frustrating when you're the guy that's getting knocked out in those positions. But when you're Ricardo or, any of the opponents that we've seen before it, sitting your opponent, not having to follow up those shots on the ground, got to be feeling very, very good about it. Because
yeah, man, for sure. Impressive win for Ricardo, and I think that'll take us on to the featured prelim, where we'll see the body snatcher degree zone Pudgey against AJ's Juggernaut.
Yes.
What do you know about these guys, Si?
Well, I mean, obviously, featured fight of the prelims of this evening. These guys have been up and down in terms of the roster rankings. They've put together some great performances. BSD Pudgey, obviously one of the original members I know of, at least from the BSD Body Snatchers degree camp. He is an all-round game opponent, been with us for a very, very long time. A very, very experienced opponent, fighting some of the best within the promotion. Like I said, picked up some wins, picked up some losses, looking to put it all together here this evening up against AJS Juggernaut, which I've heard a lot of great things about. We've seen him have some good performances within the promotion. This is obviously a step up for him now tonight, up against Pudgey. So all to gain for that man here, for him to make an opportunity to get his name a little bit known up against a worthy veteran like Pudgey, man.
Pudgey,
Pudgey's
Pudgey as well. He's predominantly a striker, but I know he's a big training partner of Xbox's Let There Be Light. So Pudgey knows what he's doing on the ground, and obviously we know if you play Xbox ranked, you know who you're in at the higher levels. You know who Light is, and he's one of the best grapplers on the game. So if he goes to the ground, Pudgey's comfortable there. One thing I'll say about Pudgey, if Juggernaut can get onto it, he's very 1-2 heavy. So if Juggernaut can get them slips going pretty early on, you've got to take Pudgey out of his comfort zone. But Pudgey knows what he's doing. He comes to bang every time. And one of my boys, I'm looking forward to seeing him fight here tonight.
Yeah, no, for sure, man, for sure. Especially in the bantamweight weight class, I think this is a perfect weight class for these guys to match up. Juggernaut and a lot of the AJS guys, they tend to go down the CAF side of things as well. A lot of them are from the CAF community, and they have really unorthodox striking styles to go along with it. Juggernaut being one of those ones. Looks like we're getting a Rob Font out of Pudgey, looking to give out some bean pies this evening, trying to let those hands go with Font. Man. Really is, man.
Font's
really is.
Beast. I love using Font. And I think he's a good pick against the CAF because Font's got really good range. Do you know what I mean? He's got such good reach for bantamweight division, and he's got so many cheeky little moves that you can throw in there. He's got the question mark kick, he's got the switch kicks, he's got them all, man. So if he can get it going, Pudgey at an early stage in the fight, then he could get that cap out of there. But Juggernaut obviously not coming to play any games. He's going to want to get that dub just as much as Pudgey. So
yeah, do not
Dean gets us underway.
Do not sleep on the AJS guys and their calves. I tell you what, we've seen some incredibly quick knockouts from them over recent performances. I think we saw like a 20-30 second knockout in one of the last ones. Just they come out of nowhere with their kicks.
Yeah, man. This camera angle is offending me right now, so but we're gonna rock with it anyway.
It is what it is, brother. Close camera angle. I've seen many people rock it in the past. Those guys normally like to be in your face, landing some brutal shots. This is Pudgey looking like he's putting that pressure game all together. Likes to getting close these days, landing those 1-2 straight on the button of Juggernaut. Big body kick.
Oh, sits him down with the body kick, man. Pudgey with the body uppercut there. First blood, Pudgey, man, gets the first knockdown of the fight, and Pudgey's looking solid. Juggernaut probably, you know, he's looking to fire it back, but it just looks like it's Pudgey who's coming off the better of these exchanges.
Yeah, he's caught him a couple of times whilst he's leaning with the body shots, and they're doing big damage. Obviously, Holt over here, Juggernaut has to be very, very mindful of the damage coming his way. Can't play past him too much, though. Can't allow, you know, Pudgey to continue doing this. He just continues to jab his way into the pocket and lands each and every one of them.
Yes, sir, man. Pudgey's there. Like I say, he's fighting behind that. I mean, he does fight behind his jab, and he uses it really well. I can't lie. And he's targeting again. He's one of them. He's targeting everything. It's not just the body of the head. He's going for the legs as well, and the legs cause the hands to drop, which opens a head kick. So it'll be interesting to see if he manages to throw a head kick in there.
Good job slipping off the centre line. Juggernaut trying to get some counters going, but looks like so far BSD Pudgey really, really sharp this evening, landing absolutely everything, man.
And this is almost Bang Bang-esque pressure, isn't it? Like, he's right in his face. Juggernaut's having a hard time getting anything going, and it can be quite relentless to have someone like this in your face. You know, like you want to get flashy and you want to start getting someone going, but Pudgey's not giving him a chance to do that yet.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's got to the point now where the damage and so much, you know, has added up so much that even when we see Pudgey start to back up a little bit, Juggernaut is hesitant to step forward because he may be stepping into one of those big, you know, power bombs that Font has in those hands.
Yeah, exactly. Switch kick lands, and I think Juggernaut just needs to try and back off here. And I mean, I know Pudgey's in his face, but you've got to try and get his respect somehow here. Going for the takedown, he manages to get it. Try and hold him down for a little bit and see what you can do on the ground, but straight to the sprawl position from Font, and he's going to try and get up from here, I imagine. Yeah,
only 30 seconds left on the clock. Then not a lot of time to work for the calf. Going to be trying to get some ground and pound off, I would imagine, but looks like we're going to end this one out just with a couple of bits of top control. All Pudgey in that first round. He's going to be feeling very, very comfortable and confident in that performance. Some ground and pound shots to close out the round.
Good ground and pound though to try and get that damage down a little bit. Obviously, you've been dropped in the round, and you've got to say the first round's probably gone to Pudgey. So good little posture up and got a few good shots in there at the end of the round, but I think he's got to try and get something going early on, Juggernaut, because he's not gaining the respect of Pudgey yet, and Pudgey's starting to run away with a stand-up.
He really is. Obviously, I feel bad for Juggernaut right now in terms of the sense that he's just having all sorts of difficulty. He's already compromised at this stage, and Rob Font is the type of guy that he hits so hard that any shot can really, really change the trajectory of a fight. So when you're already compromised, got to be very, very careful. Nice slip off straight from him. He needs a lot more of that.
See, and that's what I was saying. Very, very jab straight heavy Pudgey, so it does leave him susceptible to be countered by them slip uppercuts. But you know, Juggernaut's getting something going at the start of this round, starting to gain the respect a little bit of Pudgey, and I think he just needs to do this a little bit more. Nice
kick to the body into the straight, but then once again, he's kind of taking pictures. I almost feel he lands those shots and then he's still in the pocket for Pudgey to land the shots back of his own, whereas conversely Pudgey is there in his face and then stepping out of range anytime he's not landing combinations. Once again, nice slip off, but the body rock.
Oh, Pudgey. Oh my god,
what a way to close out the prelims. Pudgey landing those massive bombs.
Takes his head off with the uppercut there, and I think up to now that's probably got to be knockout of the night. Jesus. Gets him with the body shot, catches him going in on... catches him on the takedown, and the uppercut decapitates him there. What a knockout from Pudgey. Pudgey looking good this season, man. Got to be said, Si. Pudgey's getting some good wins.
No, he really is. He's putting together some excellent wins at the moment. got to be feeling very, very good about himself. Got to be feeling very, very confident about where he can go from here. Starting to put together a nice stretch of wins, and that was against a good name as well. So Juggernaut, you know, stopping the up-and-comer in this one. Pudgey showing his veteran savvy, and yeah, great performance. I mean, my God, the pressure was on.
Exactly, man. Brilliant performance by Pudgey, and you know, credit to Juggernaut. He tried his best, and I'm sure he'll be back. But the prelims done and dusted, and you know, we've had a lot of first-round knockout side just before we move on to the main card. It's been a, like I said, some of the prelims there, they could have been main card fights for me as well. There's some big names on that prelim card, and yeah, they've definitely delivered. So the main card's got a lot to match up to.
Yeah, no, 100%, brother, 100%. I mean, these guys have all been coming through. It's a stacked card, top to bottom. Cannot wait to get into the next one for sure. And now we're moving across, into the main card of the event. Up first, we're going to be having goals standing across from AJ Guy. These guys are both very, very dangerous opponents. AJ Guy making a resurgent, obviously one of the original guys that were within the promotion back in the old IFL days, so to see him make a reappearance and put his skills all together is going to be an absolute blessing. Can't wait to see him you know, put it all together, you know, like all-round striker and grappler is AJ Guy. Goals a little bit more on the grappling side. Am I incorrect there, Tadpole? That's right?
Yeah, so for me, like a little bit, goals can be seen, you know, a little bit controversially in the community, sort of clinch and grapple heavy, but we were saying before the game, it's one of them. If it works for you, then it works for you. You know, as long as you're not doing anything in a league that's banned, then you know that's if it works for you to get the win, then go for it. But one thing I'll say about AJ as well, I've had quite a lot of fights with AJ, and he's one of the most improved guys that I've seen on this game. At the start of the game we were sort of even, and then I was getting up on him, but now when every time I fought him recently, all I see is improvement from him. He's so good nowadays, and you know, I'm excited. It'd be nice to see him put on a good performance here, but it's no easy task against goals, and I think he's got to have that takedown defense on point, especially if he's going to go with Rob Font against the Pit Petty Yan. Yeah,
I mean, an interesting pick from Goals to Go. Peter Yan obviously maybe trying to use the the striking as a little bit of a reserve, or maybe he's looking to come out and show that he's got hands too. You never know, brother. A lot of these grapplers do. They just decide to grapple instead, so we'll have to see what he's got.
Exactly, man, yeah. It's always a hard fight against Petty Yan now as well. Like, if I try to use Rob Font, but if I see someone go Petty Yan in a competitive fight, I've got to go Yan. He's just such a problem at bantamweight, and he's good everywhere. But look at this. This is what I mean from AJ. Look at that. These combinations are lovely.
Definitely a problem.
With the slip uppercut into the body, into the lead body hook there. And you don't see many people throwing combinations like that.
Always any time. Yeah, no. Oh my God!
Oh, AJ straight away.
Up kick of doom.
Gets the panic shot, throws the uppercut to intercept, and he gets a knockdown from it. And AJ is looking phenomenal here tonight, early on.
Lots of power shots, pull back counters, rips to the body. AJ Guy looking as clean as ever.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, beautiful takedown denial again from AJ. This is what I'm saying. AJ's so good recently, man. He's so improved, and it's good to see he's a nice guy as well. Goals struggling to get anything going early on in the fight, and you know, Rob Font's just got that. He's got great cardio, he's got great kicks, great boxing, so yeah, and it seems AJ knows how to use him here.
It does seem like he's wary of that uppercut, the takedown threat of Goals as well. He continues to fire those uppercuts and catch him beautifully.
Straight away.
Survival from Goals right now. We'll have to see if he's able to reverse the position. These are the more favoured areas of Goals' game. He does right there, straight into the top mount.
Sweep. Oh, AJ probably should have stood up, because this is where Goals wants it.
Does a good job of stopping the postures up in the top mount position. Regains half guard, stops the top mount, and now working the GA. I mean, AJ Guy is looking to be very, very complete on the ground. Goals has got to mind his P's and Q's here. He may want to be here, but
definitely. We see AJ going for the submission It's close, but it looks like Petty Jan's. Yeah, I think Gold's is going to get out of this. I'd probably be abandoning this if I was AJ, but
Yeah,
I think he's going to be kicking himself sigh about not letting him back up there. He's knocked him down multiple times, and I think he just got a little bit too greedy. Saw the Gold a little bit too early there, and got a. He paid for it with the sweep, and this is where Gold wants it.
Yeah, for sure. And I will say, though, as long as he minds his P's and Q's and continues to do what he's doing, it's not the end of the world. That's not what he wants right there. He cannot be giving up the Niles.
No,
but he just needs to mind his stamina, because he's up in this round. I mean, you get a knockdown, you get a couple of stuns, you're heavily up. But,
yeah, just don't take too much damage. You've got 30 seconds left. Just do what you can. I'm camping on that posture up, and you can't really afford to let Goals get it, because he knows what he's doing, and that's a beautiful slip there, and he manages to take the back.
Yeah, Goals doing a good job of trying to get off that ground and pound when he could right there, but obviously getting reversed in the final couple of seconds. This was all Rob Font in the opening round. AJ Guy going to be feeling great with himself after that opening round.
Yes, sir.
Confidence building is an understatement.
Yeah, man, for sure, but I will say this, Rob Font, he's a great pick, but it's always tricky against when you're coming up against a Jan, so you can't get too complacent, Jan's always got something in the locker, and he can change the fight just like that, so
yeah,
AJ Guy fighting beautifully tonight.
No, I completely agree with you, and something that would be interesting to note is that when Jan was able to get it down to the ground, when Goals was able to get it down to the ground, he was able to hold it there for quite some time. With 4 minutes 20 on the clock, this is a lot of time to work, and he is a smothering presence to have on top of you.
Yeah, man, he gets us a beat trip. Controversial as a beat trip, very hard to deny. Been the victim of it myself, but this is where Gold wants it. But AJ does well to get it straight back into full guard. I think he needs to be careful as well, AJ, on the bottom. Gold is looking for them posture up, revert transitions, you know what I mean? So just try and block a few strikes and go straight for the get up from bottom. But he needs to be careful posting and swaying, because Goals is just looking to get them easy transitions there.
Yeah, for sure. Goals once again taking the the position over submission and ground and pound sort of approach, and it's understandably tries to get a couple of ground and pound off right there, and AJ intelligently using that to separate. Once again in the clinch, now getting taken down. Obviously, Goals trying to implement his full game plan here. Those clinch and takedowns can really start to get your opponent worried and a little bit off their A game for sure. Looks like AJ Guy is still staying composed though and landing some great shots.
Yeah, man. And Goals looking a little bit desperate now. Oh, there we go again. That uppercut, that uppercut lead body hook, pull uppercut lead body hook's been mustered for been Rob Font tonight, and I think it's only a matter of time before he gets him out of it. AJ's looking solid tonight.
Yeah, he's being mean with it as well, just tripling up on that body roundhouse, that sort of stuff, man. It hurts the soul when you're getting it done against you, but Peter Yan finding a way to get it back to the ground. Still quite a lot of time to work, man. 1:25 on the clock.
Yep, gets the denial there though, and you've got to be quicker though for me. You've got to go for something there. You can't afford to let Petty Yan get the stamina back up, because it takes a lot of stamina to deny one of them. But that's brilliant. He's got up. So yeah, I bet my words there. AJ knows what he's doing, and he's straight back where he wants it. I think it's only a matter of time now before we probably see the end of this fight. I think Goals needs to get something going pretty quick, or at least see out this round. He had some success at the start of this second round, but as it's gone on, he's obviously got the knockdown, and I think the body and the head are both battered from Petty Yan, and there we go. This could be it. Managed to get up, but AJ still keeping that pressure on, looking stunning here tonight against Petty Yan.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of staying calm and composed, landing the shots when he needs to. The combinations have all been money for him. Goals definitely needs to get this to the ground, maybe a back flat, get that ground and pound. He needs something big, basically, and potentially a finish with only 4 minutes 50 on the third and final round.
Yes, sir. Straight for the clinch from Goals, and I think AJ's pretty switched onto it by now. He knows what Goals is trying to do, and getting a little bit clinch heavy now. Goals, get desperation's clearly setting in. think AJ, you're 2 rounds up. Just don't do anything stupid. You've got this fight in the bag, and there we go. The straight. Oh my God! Triples up on the body. This could be
that's it.
That's it. What a performance from AJ Guy. My God.
Locking.
That's a big win. You know, goals. He's been taking over some of the other leagues, so he wasn't able to get any of his game plan going there. And what a smart pick as well, going Rob Font to sort of use that range, and the striking was just on point for AJ. What a performance. And like I was saying, the improvements this guy's made, he deserves to be credited with it, because he's come out, I know he's an OG, but he's gone from good player to great player, definitely from what I've seen the last few seasons.
Yeah, no, he is definitely stepping some levels up. AJ Guy looking fantastic this evening. Big win for him, and interesting to see what he's able to do on the ESFL card next weekend. He has a big fight ahead of him next weekend, obviously on the ESFL card. Lots of stacked fights that we're going to be having on the ESFL network card next weekend out. Obviously, just going to have a quick check of the roster of that, actually, real quick, because just going to have remind myself of who he was fighting on it. He's actually fighting FSK competitor. Jesus, that's going to be one hell of a fight. And that's early on the card as well. Jesus, we have got one hell of a card. That is going to be at welterweight. We'll have a little bit of a rundown of it towards the end of the card, but my God, yeah, no, we've got some hell of fights set up. Still tonight, though. Oh, wrong one. We've still got some crazy fights set up for us tonight. Nevertheless, with that being said, brother, obviously, we're taking a one step closer to the main event of the evening. Going to be having Trickzzy Simple Beney in the main event welterweight division. We saw it a little bit earlier on. Going to be having Kamaru Usman up against Leon Edwards. Interesting picks from both guys. The champion has been very dominant, so the challenger has a lot to do this evening to try and take that gold. But before that even goes down, PS is on the cards. Savana, Josh Raee, 2 guys that are also going to be fighting on the next card out. Very, very high level players on the PlayStation side from everything that I have seen. Interested to see how they match up in this one, of course. When you have the PlayStation side there, Tadpole, since much like me, you're an Xbox guy. A little bit less familiar with the PlayStation side as a whole, and it's been really, really interesting to get to know these guys through these performances.
Yeah, I don't know. So I know, not too sure too much of Josh Raee, so apologies just to Josh. Nothing personal against you. Obviously, I'm an Xbox guy, but I know a little bit. I know Savannah is a grappler, and he's just joined. I think he's trying out for TSK, which is their Tabaric new camp. So, they're looking to recruit some good guys. But I've heard good things about Savannah's grappling, so I think he's going to be trying. It'll be a credit if he does manage to grapple against Gilbert Burns, because we know what Gilbert Burns is like on the ground. But if he does manage to get the grappling going against him and beat him on the ground, then I think that PS we need to watch out for this guy.
Yeah, no, for sure. Right now, Savannah's taking good centre stage. It doesn't look like he's trying to follow his opponent. Looks like he's cage cutting pretty decently, working to the body. Savannah obviously had a good couple of performances in his last couple, beating the likes of Bang Bang and so on, so he can hang on the feet as well. But like you said, definitely a credible threat on the ground. Looks like we have Gilbert Burns utilising that jab straight. That's Josh Raee, of course, trying to poke at him, trying to get as much damage off as he can, but so far that bodywork really adding up for Edwards.
Yes, sir, and he's using Edwards really well. Edwards is a big rangy guy, and he's got the knees and the elbows, but the body kicks as well, they're disgusting from Edwards. And Savannah's fighting really well. He's not letting Gilbert Burns get that boxing going.
Nice little slip off straight from Josh Raee, trying to get the takedown to no avail. Savannah once again stalking the centre of the cage. Got to be careful of that slip. It's happened a few times now, and Gilbert does have power in those hands, although he hasn't been cracked fully with it yet.
Yeah, and you've always got to be careful as well with Leon. Leon's got that one shot finishing ability on this game, and his combinations, his Muay Thai and kickboxing combinations are class. So, and he manages to get the denial there. So you've got for Gilbert Burns' side, I think he's got to try and come up with somewhere else. What do you think he can do here against a relentless Savannah using Leon Edwards?
I honestly feel like you kind of need to start taking the fight to Leon Edwards. A lot of Leon Edwards fighters like to, obviously myself included, like to lead the dance a little bit, and so taking that away from him, maybe swarming him. Right now he's just very, very content to play behind these black lines on the cage.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the big head kick lands, uppercut.
Savannah's landing bombs,
Savannah
man.
for a grappler. Look at this, man. Striking is on point tonight.
Good work.
Savannah's looking to piece up that block a little bit. Gilbert Burns is in a bit of trouble. He's got a minute to hang on, and if he can hang on, he needs to try and get something going for the next round. But Leon Edwards has been on form tonight.
Slip off Hawk, good work once again. Gets the clinch though. Savannah now trying to push forward. Savannah's getting the better of the two exchanges in this first 5 minutes, or just shy of all to play for though, brother. 2 more rounds potentially on the clock, and as we've mentioned, Gilbert Burns is really dangerous in all regards. Lots of power in those hands, submissions as well to go with it. Although Leon Edwards is looking incredibly clean this evening in the hands of Savannah.
Yeah, man. I've just noticed. I didn't realise Josh fights that KIA camp. I know they're an pretty established camp over on the PS side. So you know, he's obviously fight to be in that camp. He's got to be semi-decent, but he just doesn't seem he can get anything going here against Savannah. And Savannah surprised me here for a grappler picking the Leon Edwards. He's fighting really well on the feet.
If we have a little look at it, I believe that going into this fight, he is 3-1. Is Josh Raee. Big head kick!
Head kick lands. Looking to piece him with the boxing of Gilbert Burns. Just got to watch that stamina. But that's what he needs to do. He just needs to sort of he needs to take like you were saying, he needs to take the fight to Leon Edwards and get in his face a little bit more. I'd like to see some more body work from Gilbert Burns, use that boxing, but it's easier said than done, especially when you've got Savannah getting the knockdowns and the rocks that he has.
Nice slip.
And like we've seen from Savannah, he's no slouch on the ground. So I think even if Gilbert Burns does manage to get it down to the ground, that's where Savannah thrives anyway. He's comfortable on the ground. And the takedown defense has been on point.
Yeah, he's seeing all the shots coming a mile off right now. Josh Raee has had the biggest moments on the feet. Like I said, it's much easier said than done, but I would like to see him really start to use some calculated pressure, just some technical pressure, get in his face. You don't necessarily need to be striking, but just, moving forward a little bit more so than backwards.
Yeah, and he's pressuring a lot as well without punch. He's pressing with the feet. Do you know what I mean? So you don't necessarily need to be throwing punches to be a pressure fighter.
Exactly.
And Savannah's fighting very well, playing this little dancing game, trying to get Gilbert Burns to commit and throw something, and he's lighting him up here with a combination every time he comes in.
Oh, he lands another big shot. Savannah trying to close out the show. Uppercut on the end, misses the knee though. Thought that was patched, but not quite.
Moving the head for dear life there. I'd like to see him further straight into the question mark kick as he's moving away, because that question mark kick's lethal and it's got a pretty good range on it. So I think that could be a game changer for Savannah, and that could finish the fight. But we still see Gilbert Burns still giving it a go, and he's definitely not out of the fight. We've seen plenty of times in the past.
He's now doing kind of what he's now kind of doing what we were calling for earlier as well. He's now really starting to walk forward, and his head health's a little bit compromised. So we'll have to see if that actually, it may be a little bit too little, too late, but maybe not. Yeah. I mean, sometimes Leon Edwards can be overwhelmed when somebody's right on him.
Yeah, man, and we saw it earlier. I can't remember which fight. I think it was the second fight we saw. The first lad got a knockdown, and then 2 minutes later the fight was done. He'd been knocked out, but Savannah's fighting a really good fight here. He knows what he's doing, and like I've said all night, I think the knockout's coming. It's just, when is it going to come?
Looks like we may make it to the third and final round of this one. Both guys landing big bombs on each other. The body check at the end for Leon Edwards. Going to be feeling good about himself over the course of the last 10 minutes there, Tadmol.
Yes, sir.
Outside of this, I mean, other than that pressure, are there any other adjustments you think you'd like to see out of Gilbert at this stage in the fight?
It's one of them. I think he needs to try and get in Leon's face, and I know it's easier said than done. Leon's got devastating knees, but you know, it's about trying to read. Like he's obviously we see a lot of he's leading with the jabs quite a lot. So maybe if he can get some slip uppercuts to the body, but that's a nice front kick there.
For a moment,
looking phenomenal.
I was going to say, for the moment, Gilbert was landing some good shots, but then Savana lands a crisp one, sits him down, and now has got him hurting, backing up, trying not to eat too many shots. But as you see, the Savana block also not exactly in the best of positions, so a couple of clean combinations can send him. Oh, the body, man. My God, Savannah's looking clean.
Performance from what a combination, sits him down. Knee to the body, and I think Savannah's just waiting for that moment. Like I think he knows if he's got the fight probably in the bag. Like I say, you can never count anyone out, but it's just that I think it's going to take one shot and that.
That's got to be it. Surely that's got to be it. He survives. How does Oh,
that could be it. Jumps on. Oh, there we go. My stream went a little bit laggy there, so. But, yeah, I'm back. I don't know how he managed to survive that though. Fair play. But this could be it. He's got the postured up.
Oh, and it is. Savana picks up the W. Yeah.
My God.
Looked really, really good tonight. He did look phenomenal. What a performance by that man.
And yeah, let me reiterate as well for those who are watching and maybe don't know who Savana is. He's a relentless grappler. He's really, really solid on the PS side of his grappling. So to see someone, a grappler, come out and strike like that, credit to him. He's obviously something he's been worked on, and yeah, he's picked up a big name in Josh Raee on the main card of Primetime 28. So fair play to Savana. Looked brilliant.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great work by him all round. Takes us another step into the card, though. We're going to be having a fan-friendly fight up. We're going to be having TMF Dale Denton up against a newly signed LW campmate in Chasemefam. I did not know that he had signed with LW.
Chasemate's gone to LW, has he?
It's before his name here, so I'm hoping that's not a typo. But yeah, LW Chasemefam is what I see, and you obviously know that I'm a big fan of Chasemefam and Dale Denton. Yes, and I mean, this is really, really interesting, actually. We haven't seen these guys match up since, IFL, UFC 3 days, I don't think. So, all the play ball, brother. All the play ball for sure.
Dale's, he's TMF, isn't he?
That's correct. TMF Dale Denton up against LW, to be confirmed, Chasemefam.
And yeah, this is probably the best pick you can go against if you're coming up against Khabib's. It's like I was saying, if he manages to get it down to the ground and he manages to posture up, just watch how long Khabib can stay up there for, because honestly it's a pain in the arse, man. It's like I say, if it works for you, go ahead and do it. But Khabib's, well, it's a credit to him. Like, I
suppose if anybody could, it would be Khabib.
Exactly. But it's a smart pick going Tony. Tony's got a great bottom game. Yeah, he's looking to put the pressure on Khabib early on.
Well, Dale Denton, obviously we all know him as the comeback kid. He always comes back in that third round, finds a way to overwhelm his opponent late. Recently, though, starting his fights very quickly, keeping his hands down there, which he's got to be careful of. Don't sleep on Khabib's hands.
Yeah. Oh, Khabib's got power. Like, his striking may not be the best, but the power's a joke, man. And if Khabib manages to pull uppercut you on one of them missed shots, 9 times out of 10 you're going down. Can't afford to be whiffing them sort of strikes against Tony though. His gas tank's unreal on this game. So
really is, man. Nice
first
shot.
takedown. There we go. This is where Chase Me wants to fight, down on the ground.
Oh my!
Maybe not.
Dale Denton obviously putting in the work with the TMF boys, getting that grappling on point. Early reversal for him, 2 minutes 50 on the clock. We'll have to see what he's able to get going.
Gets the posture up and he gets it straight back up to the feet, where you've got to say he's probably looked better on the feet than Khabib.
Yeah, that early...
2 minutes 30 to go in the first round.
In that early going, he definitely landed the better of the exchanges, trying to go to the body now. Once again, trying to get that cardio, Chasemefam in check.
Just misses there with the jab hook. It lands on the block, but from there we go. There's a pull uppercut. You've got to be careful that every single time with Khabib, the power's just too much.
Oh!
And this is what I mean, Tony, man. He's just so awkward. He's got all these moves, like, and even if the spinning elbows, but even if you get him down, his bottom game's that good. And we've already seen he got the reversal straight away and got it back up to the feet. So Chasemefam needs to probably look at something else here. He probably needs to get a side control takedown.
Oh, and that's a nice sequence of shots right there. Yeah, he needs a little bit more of that. Obviously, like you say, he's got power.
There we
Ankle
go. There we go, and he gets him down to side control. Let's see if he can hold it. Obviously, Tony can go straight to full guard from there, but he goes for the sprawl. And this isn't where you want Khabib. If you manage to get your back, good denial there. Manages to get the stand up.
It's good work from him. Not going to be able to stand up for too long though. Only 20 seconds left on the clock. Not a lot of options to cause damage or pose a major threat. But looks like he's going to stay active on bottom nevertheless.
Yep, get a few shots in at the end of the round, and I think it's been a tale of two halves in this round. Obviously, you've got to say it was Dale Denton. He looked better probably in the first 2.5 minutes of the first round, and then as it went on into the latter half of the round, it was probably Chasemefam. So it'll be interesting to see what both men are going to do in this second round.
They touch him up, going forward. See what he's able to get. Big missed overhand. Punishes him with the straight, then the body switch kick.
Oh yeah, you've got to think as well. If he'd have thrown an uppercut, maybe he would have got a knockdown there. But we see Khabib just looking to fight on the back foot, and you know, to say Tony's got the advantage in the striking, Khabib's not doing a bad job on the feet.
No, he's not. Where Chasemefam has historically done his best work is just when he mixes it all together, striking and grappling. Dale Denton's definitely more of a prolific striker, likes to come forward with unorthodox striking. Tony Ferguson, the best person to accentuate that, doing a great job of it so far, but eating some shots, which, you know, obviously...
Straight landed there, snaps the head back at Tony Ferguson. Both men there, I think both men can do this for 3 rounds. The cardio on both guys is absolutely fantastic, so... You can't afford to whiff them takedowns, though.
No. It's interesting to note as well, I mean, they've got this high of cardio when they've both been attacking the body often and early. Nice knee to the face there from Chasemefam, not able to get the takedown. Trying to pop him in the face on the entry, but having a little bit of a difficulty doing so thus far.
Yeah, exactly. If you notice as well, like I say, Khabib is not the best striker, but his power's up there. Tony's throwing a lot of rounded strikes to start off his combinations, mostly uppercuts and hooks. So you've got to be switched onto that and try and get a pull uppercut in, because, like I say, the power of Khabib can quite quickly change the dynamic in this fight. Manages to get straight back to full guard, but Khabib's not going to mind this. You have to imagine this is where he wants to be anyway. He's got that smothering presence. He manages to get into half guard. Gets a denial, maybe going to look to go to side control.
Yeah, Chasemefam all over the denial this time round though, slicing over into that top control. I thought mount even. Not able to get the denial off, but this is still just going to be, you know, a little bit draining for Dale as he gets the reversal.
Manages to get it, and it's pretty lucky that he got it there, because if he straight into half guard there, great little reversal, and now he doesn't miss it that time. And this isn't where you want Khabib. And these are a bit of a nuisance as well, so don't you think? If someone's doing this to me, I'm transitioning back into half guard straight away if they're smashing into my body, and this is not where you want to be with Khabib on you, but he does well to get it back to half guard.
Yeah, anytime you're in any of those back sitting positions, it's always better just to roll back to the mat rather than get grounded out or, you know, potentially submitted.
Those body shots, man, from sprawl, they pay dividends towards the end of the fight. They do add up. A few of them, it does chip away at the body, and then it starts to come down pretty quick.
Oh, it really does, yeah, for sure. Well, it's been an interesting couple of rounds.
I probably got it. I probably got it 19-19 going into the third round. So I think both men have got to try not go for this finish, but someone's got to dictate where this fight's going. We know the game plan from Khabib, and And then Dale Denton's looking pretty comfortable on the feet, so...
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be whoever's able to implement their game plan. Looks like Chasemefam's landing some of the better shots in the opening of the third round, but still 4 minutes 20 on the clock.
Eve Levine for being a great ref in this fight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As always.
Chasemefam just looking to get a little bit more active as well. He's starting to throw the flashier strikes here. Manages to land that hook, and you know, he's unlucky that he didn't get a rock as Khabib was slipping towards it, but he's throwing all the elbows out now, and that was a nice little lead uppercut into the straight. I think Dale's starting to get a little bit more comfortable on the feet now. He's seeing what Khabib's got to offer, and maybe he's able to chip away and get that first knockdown.
Well, the thing is as well that at 3 minutes 10 on the clock, you've still got so much cardio on it. You don't want to end the fight feeling like you haven't given it your all. Chasemefam with the hands.
Oh my God, Jesus! Just as we were saying that, you overcommit, you get a little bit too excited, and the fight's over, and that's the power of Khabib. Puts him face down, arse up.
I mean, respect to both competitors. They came out and put one hell of a show on, man. But the knockout, man. I mean, that might not be knockout of the night. You see the animation?
that was a pretty good animation, though, wasn't it? That's probably the most realistic one I've seen.
It really was, man. Just, my God.
God damn.
A great fight.
But that's it, man. Body work. Body opens up the head, and that's all she wrote. He managed to land that hook, and like I've been saying all night with Khabib's power, it just takes one shot, and he was able to put Tony away. But credit to Dale Denton, he went in there and, you know, he used Tony as you're supposed to use Tony. There's only one way to fight with him, and that's awkward. And, you know, it looked like he was probably getting the better of that third round, but as we've seen, you know, it just takes one shot, and fair play. Chase me managed to get the dub.
Yeah, no, he did a great job of that. Like you said, back and forth fight. Both guys really left it all out there. They did a phenomenal job of going back and forth on it. It was a really interesting fight to call all round. You know, and it's always going to be that way when you have these two guys stepping up, you know, into the cage. Chasemefam, a veteran of the scene. So is obviously Dale Denton. Both guys, each and every performance, leaving everything in that cage. And you know, they did exactly that tonight. You've seen how they tactically approached each other in the early going, and then as the fight progressed, of course, just the way that they were able to cinch that all together, it was beautiful.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And moving on, we've got TP Great Mist against AJ's Guinness.
We do have one before that, my brother.
Oh, do we?
It's
not on the card.
It should be on the card. My apologies if it's not. We're going to be having PS Cryptic Optics up against Random.
Oh yeah,
the
my
one.
bad. Sorry, yeah. It was Chasemefam that wasn't on there. My bad, apologies.
Yeah, no, that is the last one. That's the late edition. You're right, brother. Yeah. These guys are going in. Those going to be the bantamweight division by the looks of things. Looks like we made. Yes, it's scheduled to be a bantamweight fight. Cody Garbrandt, Aldo stepping into the cage. Without further ado, brother.
Cody's got that filthy power, and then I think Aldo's probably a good pick to counter him, try and chop the legs away. But Cody, you know, he's not got the best chin, but the power definitely makes up for that. And once he gets them hooks going, you know, bang, shout out to Bang Bang. He's the epitome of Cody Garbrandt, so be interesting to see how they get on. But he's going straight away. Aldo, we see him working the legs.
Starting very quickly.
Both men not wasting any time, just getting straight to each other. Remnants of Diego Sanchez versus Clay Guida here. They're both in each other's face.
Sure.
Side steps there from Cody. Just got to be careful. Like, Cody's looking good, but there we go. One hook. Oh, and he's taunting him.
And that's the thing with Cody,
man.
Needs
to be careful. But the power, Cyrus, man, the power of Cody's at another level.
Really is.
Especially at bantamweight.
Okay.
Just got to be careful with the taunts, though.
Going
do you know if there's a little bit of history with these two?
I don't know, man, but they said they're fighting like it. So that's like they said something about each other's mothers. I mean,
They're getting stuck in, man. But Cody's just looking like he's getting the better of these combinations, man. And look at the stamina slowly dwindling down of Jose Aldo.
Big shots.
Cryptics looking solid.
He really, really is. Pressure heavy. Landing some good shots already.
Just like to see Aldo. He's got that spinning back kick. Just use it, man. Use it and try and create a little bit of distance, because this isn't working. You're not winning the combinations with Cody, and as we've seen, it just takes one shot from Cody. He's already put him down. Surprised he didn't jump on though, Si.
Yeah.
Could come back to bite him.
A lot of the time you see that, but you know, he may just be a little bit more wary of what his cardio could be looking like if he decides to rain down on the ground, and maybe just being respectful of his opponent, knowing that he's wary. Like you said, they are fighting like they know each other, or have you know, kind of had experiences in the past with each other. Going out there very, very strong this evening, landing big shots. Nice spin kick from Random the one.
I think he needs to show that he needs to throw a little bit more of that, because you've got to try and create some sort of distance, and I find the spinning back kick's a good way to do it, especially if you've got someone in your face like this.
Yeah, for sure.
But Cody's boxing is kryptonite. He's planting the feet. And he's working the body there, but that head's slowly dwindling down from Aldo. Maybe look at taking him down if I'm Aldo, like just to try and create a little bit of time and space for yourself.
Oh, I'm getting a little bit of feedback from the chat. Apparently, Cryptic is saying that Random lag switched him once upon a time and then talked a lot of shit, so he called him out. This is the call-out fight, and that's why these guys are fighting with such venom.
Oh my god.
That makes it all the better.
No respect here. And he's thanking him as well.
Oh my days.
No love lost in this one.
I love a good thanks, like side, not gonna lie. But Cody, man, Cody's putting it on Aldo tonight. There's no like switching here and there. You know, this is we're definitely seeing that Cody's on form, and Aldo's got to come up with a new game plan going into the second round. It's only a matter of time before this could be over.
Yeah, he's looking very, very good. His Cryptic coming out there, throwing bombs, often and early leg kicks from Jose
look at
Aldo.
how much that took the health down.
Yeah, he kicks like an absolute savage, man.
There's 5-star leg kicks from Aldo, but Cody happy to fight in southpaw by the looks of things. Oh, and he misses a big. That's the only thing with that kick, though. You can't afford to miss that.
These guys, man, that's made it so much better. I'm happy that I was able to see that in the chat.
A little bit of bad blood here. Gets the takedown, manages to get on. Cody straight back up with the get up transition. Just be careful that leg manages to get the check. Tell you what, Cody's combinations are crisp, like, not gonna lie.
Beautiful work, landing some good shots on the inside as well. Now, the leg kicks, I mean, I would go back to them, but the problem is, he's so quick with the hands, anytime you try to leg kick them, you see the speed in which that comes out with?
Yeah,
my God.
Man, that was like a 6-piece combination. I think Ali's thinking, what am I going to do here? I think he's running out of ideas. Cody's looking shocked. Oh, and there we go, the flying knee, man. Ali's looking a bit like a rabbit in headlights, Si.
He really is, man, he really is. That's a nice spin kick from him, but a little bit too little. Body uppercut. Cody is all on. He's not looking to put his opponent out easily. He's looking to make this as tough as he can for him, hurting him every which way he can. Look at the combos.
Look at these combos, man.
Gives him a little shake and everything, man.
Had to be careful with that one. I don't think I'd be taunting if I was Aldo.
These guys, my God.
But you do love the bad blood fights, don't you? Oh my days.
Firing them away.
I want to fight this guy, man.
He is showing.
Oh.
And the straight. My guy did the stunky leg.
He got sent to hell, man. He got sent to hell with that one. Bad Blood is finished. He got his. He got his revenge. He got his what he was calling for. He called that fight out. You know, respect to both guys, but my God, what a performance! What a performance! Hey, Tadpole, do you know who I am now? He knows who you are, Cryptic. Don't you worry, bro.
Good shit. God damn.
What
They can do the stanky leg.
Yeah. Yes.
That was a great performance. Good stuff, man. I'm looking forward to seeing this guy back in there. And you know, it's always better when you've got a little bit of history behind it. There's like I say, there was no lag switching going on there tonight, and
Dad, look,
yeah,
did you see the stats?
Clinic.
Did you see the stats there? 200 odd strikes thrown over the course of it. He came out and just said, nah, not having it.
Not a chance. Not a chance, mate.
Well, what a fun fight that was. We know that we've got another one set up ahead of us there, Tadpole. The fight that you were calling for a moment ago. TP Mist up against AJS Guinness. Going to be a very, very fun matchup between these two indeed. I know you're very familiar with both guys, I do believe, right?
Yes, sir. Fought Guinness last season in prime time, and you know, blow me out and jump it here, but it's the first time I've got my signature wheel kick in a comp fight. So, but Guinness, he's a good lad. He like what weight's this one at?
This one is going to be at welterweight. So it's a welterweight bout.
So, because he normally uses, he's a big Connor main, but you know, he might use Connor in this one. But Guinness, yeah, he's a good striker and he's good on the ground, but Mist, he's got this. Imagine Bang Bang, but he only throws significant strikes. I don't know anyone else who does it. Like Mist has got the only strikes he throws like a 98% significant strikes, but you know it can hurt his stamina quite a bit. But the knockdowns he manages to accumulate as a result of that, you know, that's how he gets his wins. So. And he uses leg kicks very well as well. So I imagine we're going to see quite a few leg kicks from Zente Luque. And like I say, Guinness going with the McGregor pick.
Oh, yeah, starting out very quickly. You know, the thing about Property is that, my God, is this man durable. He weathers any early storm. He's like, I think he's the owner of the latest knockout in primetime history, literally on the buzzer.
Yeah, man, exactly, and that's what we're saying, man. You can never switch off. The fight can change at any second. And as we see Messi, you know, throwing the head kick out there, but he like I say, he just goes for significant strikes, and it works for him. And there we go. We see the leg going straight to the leg kicks as well. And misses also the Guinness is fighting really well. He's fighting really well. Oh, the body kick gets him, and the head kick.
Oh my God, that's going to be it. No, survives it.
Putting the pressure on. Shout out to Mist as well. He's probably the what's the word I'm looking for? I forgot the word, but the pioneer of the slip hook. It's definitely in this game. I think that's where it all came from. Great Mist. So I'm surprised we haven't seen very many yet, but that's his bread and butter, and yeah, I'm sure it'll come out soon. But he's managed to get first blood here against McGregor, and up to then, I think Steele's fighting really well. Manages to duck the head kick.
Yeah, like Probosty is not a guy that gets flustered. Even if he's really, really hurt, he's got like 9 shots coming his way and he's already injured. He still just finds a way to get that right pull or right slip. Not that time!
Oh.
Great Miss sends a man to hell. Conor McGregor's neck was broken on that one.
I missed it, man. God damn, the stream like that. I missed the knockout. I can see Luque celebrating now, but hopefully he shows me the replay.
Yeah, we're going to see the replay. Just bang, slaps him down as well.
This is what I mean, man. If you're against the cage and you get drops, it's a game changer. Like, there's not much you can do about him. And it'll be interesting to see if he does go to the stats, see the significant strikes, because this is what I'm talking about with Mist. Is he going to check?
No, I don't think he is. Don't believe so, but very,
a big win there from Great Mist, and you know, wasting no time getting Steve out of there, picking up the win for technical pressure, and you know, it's good to see people like Mist going into new camps. He's a really good guy, and yeah, it's a big win for him. I'm happy he got the dub there.
Yeah, great win for him. And that was actually unofficially our co-main event of the evening, because it appears that our co-main event may have fallen through. We're going to have to get some details on exactly what's gone down with all of that. But TD Fadantor, KM Pirate Kip, unfortunately not going to be happening at this moment. And up next, though, fortunately enough, we have the champ himself, the previous champ, stepping up against Simple Beney, trying to defend his belt, maybe for an 18th straight, no, not an 18th straight time. I can't remember how many. I think it's 6 so far this season. Like I said, 17 or 18 wins on a bounce so far since the beginning of season 1. Absolute savage all round in the cage. But has his work cut out for him this evening with a Simple Beney, which is shown to be very, very dangerous on the scene, taking a lot of people into very, very deep waters.
Yeah, exactly. He's done well. I think he finished something like 2nd on the leaderboard last season. Sort of come out of nowhere, Simple Beney, and he's built up the streak in primetime, which is in the title shot. But Trickzy's no joke, and he's probably the best. Well, he's on that GOAT status for the league, so I'm excited to see what Trickzy's got to offer here. But Simple Beney, no tough task. So, and it's his first time fighting for the primetime gold, so we'll see how he gets on.
He touched him up, starting very quickly. Edwards trying to get into the center of the cage, establish that jab and these feints as early as he can, doing a good job of pushing him up against the cage.
And I think the thing with Beney, he's got to try and just watch out for Trickzy's takedowns, because I think Trickzy's probably got the best Usman I've seen on the game. If it's not going his way in the feet, he's got no problem just straight up switching and taking it down. And I imagine he will get the fight down at some point. And once you've got Trickzy on top of you on the ground, it's a different game. But Beney's doing pretty well so far.
Yeah, and it's the thing that he kept really, really concealed for a long time, did Trickzy, was his ground game. Didn't feel the need to utilize it for a very, very long time. Recently with this Usman pick, like you said, really trying to encapsulate the welterweight champion's play style, mixing in that grappling beautifully, and has been causing problems with all of his opponents once it has hit the mat. So, as you said, he looks to go for it, gets a little bit of a glitch, doesn't seem to get the trip. Straight back to the hands, though.
Going straight for the takedown, grabs the back. That's what I mean. This is where Trickzy thrives, and look how easy he got that takedown there on Beney. One thing as well with Beney as well that he likes to do, it's probably not my cup of tea, but it works for him, is he'll go for that clinch and he goes straight into the tie whip to get the free shot. But it's what works for him. So Trickzy's obviously he's seen that and he's like, okay, I'll take you down. But this is where Trickzy wants it, and this is where he's shown that he's one of the best in the game on the ground, especially with Usman.
Yeah, for sure. Like you say, his Usman playstyle has been absolutely terrifying. Now these guys, what's that? Sorry, let's go BSD gang. Is Beney BSD?
No. Oh yes, he is. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. Beney training with the BSD boys. That's interesting to note.
Yeah, mate. I don't know. I think he's joined this week. I think, but yeah, he's one of the BSD boys. So obviously he'll be training with the likes of Pudgey and all the rest of them. So
yeah, he's going to be definitely worked on his hands greatly. So wonder if he's going to be able to get to utilize some of those, some of those advancements in his game. But right now, the champion just being dominant, getting that fight to the ground. 50 seconds left on the clock there, Tadpole, working the ground and pound. Just a very, very dominant performance so far from the champion.
Yeah, exactly. This is Trickzy's bread and butter, and he's not doing anything stupid. This is what he does. He'll just wear on you. Trickzy's not bothered about dragging the fight out into the deep waters, and Beney just needs to watch his stamina there on the bottom. There's levels to the ground game, and Trickzy's one of the best. So this is where he wants it. He's not going to be bothered about them little punches Leon's throwing at the bottom. He's happy to sit in half guard and chip away at the body and the head. But I think for the first minute of the fight, we saw Beney have a little bit of success in the striking, and the total striking stats are close, albeit that a lot of them are from the bottom. But Beney's definitely not going to give up this fight as easy as what Trickzy might think.
Yeah, answering straight into it, going into the 1-2, into the clinch, now working some of those knees on the inside, doing a good job, trying to, the champion rocks him.
Trickzy with a stunning combination there. Anything you can do, I can do better. Beney managed to get it back up, but you've just got to be careful. Beney got a little bit too excited there, and Trickzy straight away against the cage throws a combination and manages to get the rock. And Usman, he's a problem on the game, isn't he, man?
He really is. especially when you've got somebody as skilled as Trickzzy using him. He makes the thing about Trickzzy as well is he doesn't try to do anything particularly flashy. He keeps it all very fundamental and just makes no mistakes. He makes very little mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. It's what it's something that Bane alluded to as well. Like he's just, it's nothing flash, but he grinds you down. He almost fights like Kobe. He just grinds you down, and he's happy to take you in deep waters. And you know, it's worked for him so far. He's a champion, and he's a champ for a reason. Like no one's really come close to beating him in recent times. So
he's had some tests, but like you say, for the most part, it's been dominance for the champion over the stretch. He's looking to do the same here this evening. Simple Beney landing a couple of good shots, but doesn't seem to be flustering. EK Trickzzy seems to be very, very much cognizant of everything that's going on, looking to block those jabs, getting the clinch, making it dirty. Good shot from Beney right there, though, on the inside.
Yeah, and we're just seeing as well the stamina deficit now from Edwards as well. It's slowly dwindling down, and Kamaru can do this. You know, his gas tank's brilliant, so he can do this for 5 rounds. So Beney might need to watch that one. But Kamaru's showing that he's happy to stand with Edwards, and we're seeing that head health slowly dwindle away for Leon Edwards. He's also throwing leg kicks as well. That leg health's going down from Simple Beney as well.
Yeah, like you say, he really doesn't discriminate in which way he decides to land these shots. He goes to the leg, goes to the body, and the head. Once again, you know, mixing in the clinching, mixing in the grappling. It's really been a wide variety of offense that's coming towards Simple Beney. Nice 1-2 head kick.
1-2 head kick. Yep, 1-2 head kick lands, breaks the block down. I think Beney's got to try and come up with something else here, though. Trickzy's starting to get a little bit comfortable, and you know, the first round was all grappling, but Trickzy's showing that he's more than happy to stand with Beney. 40 seconds left of the first round. I don't think we're going to see a takedown. And I think the Rock did change the dynamic of the fight as well. I think it's made Beney think again about trying to clinch him or even throw too many flashy combos. But Trickzzy fighting very comfortably here tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
It's easy in the round 2, and you've got to think it's 2 rounds for Trickzzy. What do you think that Edwards has got to do when it's his third one side? I know it's easier said than done against Trickzzy.
Yeah, I mean, quite honestly, at this stage now, it's a very, very tough task. I would honestly be going for broke at this stage, I feel like.
Yeah.
You're just having the fight chipped away for you. You need to make a move whilst you've still got the gas in the tank to make that move, and I think now's as good a time as any, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him, just everything.
Straight.
That's it. Head health done.
No, he's going to get top. Oh, he's going side control, man.
He decided a boost was needed into the crucifix.
He gets the crucifix. This is not good. This is not good for Beney. Managed to get. I can't see Trickzzy letting this crucifix go.
No. He is clamped down on this position.
Man.
It's 3 minute 45. Beney's feeling these shots massively. Gets out of it though. Good rocking the boat.
Gets the denial there. This is Trickzy's element. Straight for the posture up. Goes back to side control. He's going to get crucifix again. Gets the half guard transition. The side control, apologies. And this isn't good for Beney.
Right now the champion is swarming him. Like you said, he's really, really injured. I'm surprised he didn't go for the finish in the full guard, but obviously looking to just get some extra minutes in and show his dominance. Snaps him straight back down for the mat return.
Straight down. I love that takedown, by the way. The animation's so nice.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Yeah. Swips his leg from out from under him.
Beney, I don't think this is, you know, I mean, he's just hammering away. We see that he's gets a good reversal there.
2 minutes left on the clock, and Beney is not opposed to grappling himself.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Beney does know what he's doing on the ground. And he's picked up some good wins in Prime-Time. Obviously, he's got Dino under the belt, which is a good win for anyone, but Trickzy's just, you know, straight back on top there. So comfortable on the ground.
Slices across from that back into Yeah, right now he's just having all sorts of pain. You can see Edwards' head health is blinking now, even without taking really any shots. So a couple of clean shots is all it's going to take. But so far the defense is holding holding up pretty good. But it's only so much you can defend against this absolute onslaught.
Yeah, you've got to think it's just a matter of time. And yeah, you're never going to get that against Trickzzy. Posture's up. This could be it. A little bit controversial there with the head movement, but not much you can do about it, to be honest. Especially when you've got Trickzzy on top of you. I don't think it's going to make too much difference at this point. Trickzzy got 2 rounds to get him out of here with 5 seconds to go at the end of the first, and good slip there. He managed to get up, but
just mounting,
could be a 10-8 round, that one side. Yeah,
it's just mounting. Like, he landed no significant strikes in that one. It's all mounting. His head health is massively compromised. His cardio is gone. The champion, is going to have to really, really slip up in order to lose this one at this stage. I feel like, never really count anybody out. It's always still possible. We've seen last-second knockouts and all of that sort of stuff, but the champion is not the type that makes mistakes. I mean, I don't really think we've ever really seen Trickzzy make a mistake other than his debut of UFC 4.
Yeah, exactly. And he's one of them as well, even if I think, because I remember Matty D probably won the second round, but then Trickzzy was like, I think it was probably followed by 2 10-8s from Trickzzy after that. He gauges what people do, and he's able to exploit their weaknesses, and he just makes it his fight, and this is what he's doing to Beney. This is a clinic here.
Oh,
I tell you what, Beney was unlucky there though. The hand kick landed flush.
It's because I think it's just he hasn't really done enough damage up to this point, right, to be able to fully get. It's just everything's landing for Usman. It's just the head health, the block, everything's kind of fucked, to be straight up.
Yeah. And Usman's putting the pressure on. The straight lands. And that's it. And still,
EK Trickzzy still running prime time.
Yes, sir. Moving on now, I believe to 19-0, my man. 19-1 overall, but 19-fight win streak.
Exactly, man. And that's a credit to Trickzzy. That Kamaru pick he's got is just it's too much to deal with for a lot of people. And he's showing why he's prime time's best at the minute. There's not really anyone I can see at the moment that's looking close to beating him, especially after that performance, because Benny's been on a bit of a tear in prime time. So credit to Trickzzy, one of the good EK guys, and yeah, he's fought really well today.
EK is a champion of champions, my man. He's been around for a very, very long time. Truly one of the more elite players that you're going to find around any esports, kind of competitive level side of things. Doing an absolutely phenomenal job tonight, securing that victory for himself and the camp. They've had a great run as of recently with their team. Obviously, he's won the Venom Invitational, being the champion here for a very, very long time. Dino was recently able to pick up the W in the Fight Night Championship, not the Fight Night Championship, but obviously the Cash Money recently with Bane. So the guys are doing a great thing recently. They've got a lot of campmates coming up, so maybe one of his campmates will be challenging him in the near future. You never know. Lots of guys are putting together some nice stretches of wins, but going to have to make a big one for that big 20th fight. He has the potential to go 20 fights on the bounce, so will be a very, very fun one for sure, man. With all of that, go on, sorry.
Just if I can just take this moment as well. I've just had news. One of the boys, I just want to extend a congratulations to one of the boys in my camp. Just as that fight was going on, I've got news that intro from KM has been offered an ESFL role. So, just if you're watching the intro, congrats on the role, mate. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. Honestly, Si, this guy, you want to look out for. He's sort of burst onto the scene, and yeah, just want to shout out one of my boys. But
perfect stuff.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. First time on the comms for prime time. Definitely need to give my voice a bit of a rest, man. But
pleasure having you, brother. Been an absolute, been a great card as always, brother. Pleasure to have you on board. Appreciate you stopping by on literally 15 minutes notice, something like that. It was crazy. So we appreciate you through and through. We're gonna push forward a raid now onto somebody within the obviously esports community. You guys enjoy the fights later on this evening. We will be back with you on Monday for more fights, starting your Monday off with style. Until then, much love, peace out. We'll catch you in the next one.
Thank you. See you later, guys.